you laughing at? Whoa, look, it's time to go viral. I'm homicidal, I'm killing all my rivals. I'm the man, shit, I put that on the Bible. I Spotify my target, cause you know I got the title. Hey, I'm a Mac 2. I told baby shake that ass like she Apple. She said it's real, so she got my name tattooed. House full, so I hit it in the back room. Whoa, baby said she needed now, peep the urgency. I want a little Kim before she had the surgery. Leg spread on that hardcore poster. She love twerking, she just do it for the coach. Big dog, bull massive. 6 tray Chevrolet, I'm classic. All these niggas mad at me, that's tragic. The main bitch in the bed, that's graphic. Yeah, we about to go viral. Hey. We about to go viral.
Nigga, I be looking
Go over there flexing, he like this.
Nah, nigga, that just like, I'm regular, nigga. Like, God.
You try to sit up like, hold on.
Nah, nigga, if I sit up, it's all in, but nigga, this is regular. What's the deal? What's the deal? What's the deal? Viral gang, we back at y'all with another one. This ain't that other one. Share, like, subscribe to the channel. Like the video, hype the video. We got a full house in the building tonight. As always, it's your host that do the most, Mr. Viral himself, aka the villain, because they hate me for my opinion. And I got the squad in the building, man. What's happening?
Man, what's the deal, man? Long Beach to LA to the Bay to Richmond. We in this bitch. Yeah.
Richmond is the Bay, quiet as kept.
Man,
It's South Central.
hey, San Diego, the nigga, like Eureka, California, bro. We all the way up north, man. We down. We all with it, man. We got Long Beach finest in our house, though, man.
Yes, sir.
We got a very special guest, legendary. If you've been tapped in with G-Funk, West Coast hip hop, Long Beach hip hop, the epicenter of this whole movement, we got Mr. Bo to the Rock. From the legendary Dove Shack. What's happening, bro? First of all,
what's going on, man? I
welcome to the platform, bro.
I appreciate y'all having me, man. Just letting y'all know I be tuning in, man. I be tuning in. You know what I'm saying? And checking y'all out, man. I really appreciate y'all having me. I appreciate the opportunity to, like I was telling you on the way in, I appreciate the opportunity to sit down with somebody who represents Long Beach in an intelligent manner.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't get too much recognition for that. We known for the home of the stars, the home of the sports players, the home of all these great people, but we got a lot of great minds in our city, you know what I'm saying? So I'm really glad that y'all represent that side of the city, you know what I'm saying? That we think, we deep, you know what I'm saying? We political, we spiritual, we all of it, you know?
No, absolutely. Long Beach, home of the scholars as well. That often gets overlooked. So I'm glad that you took notice of that, man.
That's
sure.
love, for sure. Put some respect on the beach.
Put some respect on the platform.
Facts.
Feel me? Mind over matter.
Let me ask you a question, man. You know the Long Beach supposed to be getting a baseball team called the Regulars, man. You got any thoughts on that?
I think it's a good thing. I think our city is growing, you know, to a new level. You know, I've always felt that we should have been. I've always considered Long Beach like the West Coast Atlanta. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I've always envisioned our city as, you know? So I see it as a place to be an entertainment hub, you know what I'm saying? A place for, you know, different branches of entertainment, and us having a professional sports team, it's only right. You know, USA Today said Long Beach Poly produced more professional athletes than any other high school in the nation.
That is a fact.
You feel what I'm saying?
That is a fact.
You know, we the home of Tony Gwynn, Hall of Famer, you know what I'm saying, baseball player. So us having a team is great, you know, and it's called the Regulators. So, of course, you know, Warren G is involved. So, you know, that's a good thing too, you know what I'm saying, because there's some Black ownership and some Black involvement in sports, you know what I'm saying, in the city. So.
No, that is definitely great. Long Beach is ramping up to be one of the key tourist spots on the coast, period. They just built the amphitheater, and we already see a numerous amounts of A-list names that they trying to put up in there to perform. They got Game, they got Lil Wayne. I see Snoop is finna headline. What's your thoughts on the amphitheater being put down there right in time for the Olympics that's coming?
Oh, I love it. I love it. You know, we had our festival going on down there, the summertime in the LBC festival. You know, we had that a few years, you know, down at Queen Mary Park, you know, and that was lovely. You know, you're talking about 40, 50,000, you know, 60,000 people turning out, you know, to Long Beach. They had the boat. People was watching the concerts on the boats and whatnot. You know, we also the home of the Long Beach Jazz Festival. You know, so the amphitheater is fitting. It's real fitting, you know, considering, you know, all the stuff that's being built up down there in Long Beach being also, outside of being a sports hub, a music hub. We the home of Thelma Houston. You don't say the disco queen. You know what I'm saying? Members of Rolls Royce. A lot of people don't know that. Members of Rolls Royce from Long Beach. You know, like
Low,
we have,
I love her voice.
Yeah, Long Beach.
Yeah, War. The group,
War.
Yeah, War.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy, bro? I didn't even know that was a black group until I got it. I thought it was like, you know, the Spanish used to bump it so much.
Yeah,
I thought, I knew it
Nah,
from the,
you heard it from Rush Hour.
yeah, man, but the Lowrider song, I always thought it was because, you know, all the Hispanics be bumping it. I thought that was like a Mexican group. You know what I'm saying?
It's actually blacks and Mexicans.
Yeah, but I'm
You know
saying,
what I'm
but I
saying?
thought it was like a predominantly like, you know,
Yeah,
like a,
yeah.
you know what I
would
mean?
think-
There
you
was
would
no
think
blacks
that.
in it.
Yeah, I didn't think it was no blacks in it
Yeah.
until I got older. Like, no, hold on, War got some cuts.
Yeah, they do. They
You know
do.
what I'm saying?
They do. And they still be rocking. They still be out at MacArthur Park. You know what I'm saying?
sure.
Putting on free shows and you know what I'm saying?
If you know
Like,
the movie American Me, they got a whole bunch of soundtracks dropped in that movie as well, too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Look
yeah.
at Short knowing his history.
A little bit. Yeah, I grew up on that old school music right there.
Yeah. So the amphitheater is great, you know, and like you said, it's in time for the Olympics, which is coming in 2028, you know. This is actually our second go run at hosting the Olympics. You know, Olympic pool was built around the Olympics. We had swim events during the 84, 85 Olympics in Long Beach, but never on this scale, you know what I'm saying, to where they're about to bring the boating, they're about to bring the decathlon, they're about to bring part of the Special Olympics, you know, they're about to bring basically all the water events to Long Beach.
It's crazy that you say boating because I just seen an article where they were saying they're building a boating transportation system that's going to go from Long Beach all the way down the coast where you could skip the traffic and they're going to call it the Blue Line.
Yeah.
The real blue line.
The Blue Line, and you know why they call it the Blue Line.
Now check me out. Allegedly, I don't know, I haven't been able to check the facts, but allegedly it was some cats who got a $28 million deal to set that up. You know what I'm saying? To set up that whole transportation thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's money to be made. And that's what I want to let people in our city know, that Olympics is coming. Find your niche, man. Find your niche to start getting money, you know what I'm saying, and setting yourself up to really prosper off of that, because I personally know some people who was around doing the Olympics in Atlanta, and they went out there and they left LA distinctly to go to Atlanta, you know what I'm saying, to hustle for the Olympics. You know what I'm saying? Back then, you know, when the explosion happened, that terrorist act happened. I bullshit you not. My nigga been rich ever since.
Damn.
My nigga been rich ever since. Out there in Atlanta, rich ever since.
Hey, bro, don't you wish, though, that how they're pushing towards the Olympics, they're going to get building the Blue Line. You know what I'm saying? They're building all this money in this infantry. Why they not doing that on the regular? You feel what I'm saying? It shouldn't have to take that to get this notoriety for the city. You dig what I'm saying? Because it's already a beautiful city if we don't have the Olympics or not.
Well, you know what? When you talk about things like the homeless situation, you know, in California, period, that's big business, bro. That's big business. You got to remember, you have a whole consortium of people who are paid to try to figure out the homeless problem.
Yes, it is.
Who are paid to work on the homeless problem. Who are paid to go deal with that issues. If they deal with the issue, they ain't got no job.
Oh, I know.
It's like
I
it's
know.
like you cure a patient, that's a customer loss. So we got to cure them just enough to keep coming back, you know?
Just to keep it coming back and keep it in the situation that it is, you know what I'm saying, to where you never really resolve the problem. But if you look at, like in the area I live in, if you drive up the hill towards Victorville and you see all that dirt land, you see all this land, you see all these potential housing places that they can put up. I heard that they're building over 10,000 different apartments, new apartments in Long Beach. You know what I'm saying? Not buildings, but there's going to be like 10,000 new apartments available for the people for the Olympics.
And they're
You know what I'm
almost
saying?
done down there by the courthouse where the 24-hour fitness is.
Yep.
All high rises where the mall used to be.
Yeah,
Walmart, all high rises.
The Olympic participants are going to actually be staying there.
That's crazy.
You know, but now here's the thing about it though. That's sad that they can build housing for them to come in and visit. The good thing about it is once they leave, that housing is supposed to be turned into low income and affordable housing. You feel what I'm saying? So that's the benefit of it if they stay true to that.
But ain't
you
it
know.
crazy how at the drop of a dime, at the drop of a hat, they could real fast just homeless cured, housing crisis cured. Like at any given time, they could fix these problems. That's why people got to start putting more pressure on these politicians locally and down at DC at the White House to fix these issues because they let them linger on. They got the budget, they got the resources, they got the manpower. They're literally just choosing not to do it. Like in Frisco, when old boy came to visit, and magically no dope fiends on the streets, no homeless on the streets.
Oh,
Frisco
all that.
looked like a first world country. Like,
Oh yeah, and let that be a warning to all the homies in the city, man. The Olympics is coming in 2028, guaranteed next year. Be on the lookout. They're gonna start locking up niggas left and right for nothing. Nothing. They gonna try to clear the streets of the city before the 2028 Olympics. They do it in every city, every country that they take events like this to. That the local population feels the presence of law enforcement cleaning up the area so they don't have to worry about anything going on to make them look bad. You know, they're not so much worried about the people getting hurt or anything. They worried about not being made to look bad. Long Beach is not finna allow themselves to be made to look bad. You feel what I'm saying? Something already happened at the Marathon grand opening. You know what I'm saying? So believe me, it's gonna be so many sweeps and raids next year going on of them trying to clean up the streets.
what Future
you know.
say? The feds did a sweep. Why you think all these Ricos is starting to pop up? It's finna be a lot more, so y'all better be careful what you're doing outside and what you're saying online. Because like he said, feds finna start sweeping.
And stop putting all that stuff online. It's damn near like election time because what they probably doing is letting people build it up so they know exactly who to come snatch up already. You out here promoting your crimes, you out here doing all that. I believe, like you just said, and they giving you way more time. Some shit you probably would have got a slap on the wrist for, they stretching you for it. So especially around Olympic time.
In
Well, you know what they
1972
do?
in the Olympics, you know, when that attack happened with the Palestinians and all that, what they don't want is the bad press for the Olympics. Anytime you get any type of terrorist or any type of negativity, that takes away from the celebration of it. And that's what they don't want to have out here, especially in the city and all the surrounding cities, Long Beach, LA. They don't want none of that.
Well, look,
promoted out here.
we've been embarrassed a lot. Or excuse me, we've been embarrassed a lot already. Y'all remember when the NBA All-Star Weekend came out here? It was a bunch of drama behind that. You know what I'm saying? NBA players was getting jacked. You know what I'm saying? And people was getting popped up. I remember they shot at the IHOP on Sunset.
Yep.
I remember somebody did a drive-by shooting on the IHOP at Sunset talking about get y'all ass up out of Cali. You know what I'm saying?
Cali ain't never beaten allegations.
Bro, it got to the point to where I remember, what's the female DJ name? Angie Martinez.
Okay.
Went to Power 106 out here. She asked to get on the air. She was on the air live on Power 106 boo-hooing, begging all her New York comrades, all the NBA players, all y'all keep y'all jewelry in y'all room. Don't be roaming around Los Angeles. They out here tripping. Like she was on the air live in tears. Like they out here tripping for real. Y'all be careful. As soon as this is over, get on your flights and go home. Like, so we got a bad reputation in Cali for being bad hosts already.
Do you think that's where the current Cali hate comes from those days?
Definitely that. It was like, if you come from that era, the era I come from, then you know a lot of times, especially when Suge was out, a lot of the discrimination that happens towards the West Coast, you know what I'm saying? If you look at it from their perspective, it's justified. You feel what I'm saying?
So it's payback from...
Yeah, we was the first ones, you know what I'm saying, pulling heaters on executives. We was the first ones beating up executives, running up in the office. You feel what I'm saying?
Maxing out the DJs at the radio.
Yeah, maxing out the DJs at the radio station. Beating up engineers for messing up in the studio session. You feel what I'm saying?
It's funny, but you know what's
Cali niggas so crazy.
But
That's
no,
what I'm saying.
hey, Bo, you know why? Because they be making fun about us like on content about West Coast. Y'all let outsiders come in, mess up the culture, like do all type of goofy stuff out here. But we always tell them that's not the real culture. That's like the very few who can get away with it. It's really dangerous out here.
It's dangerous.
In the movie Friday, like you said, you got to tuck your chain in certain neighborhoods, in certain areas you should not leave or be at when the sun go down.
Well, what they do, they try to base Cali off north of the 10 freeway.
and that's not the real LA. We
You
all
feel
know
what I'm
that.
saying? They try to base it off north of the 10
Or-
freeway
or
because
west of the 405.
Yeah, it encapsulates certain hoods right there before you get off into Hollywood. So they figure they go from the hood area to the Hollywood when you get off the 10 freeway. No, you getting off the 10 freeway going that way. Get off the 10 freeway and go that way.
Yeah, you can't go to 10 East. You can't get off on Alameda, Central, San Pedro, and thinking you smooth that way.
Yeah, try the other way.
Come on now.
Try the other way, and it's gonna go all bad. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to the brother P&B Rock. But that's a perfect example right there.
Come on, I don't even go, bro.
Thinking it's cool to just go anywhere because of what you heard, what you might perceive on the internet, what some rapper might have said. You feel, I can move around like this. No, you
I'm
can't.
gonna keep it real with you. Nobody in LA goes to that Roscoe on Manchester and Maine. Everybody goes everywhere. No one in LA goes to that one.
And you know what also happens? Niggas want to prove how tough they are, and they hear about the California reputation and all of those events, and they want to show, hey, I could go out there and deal with all of that and not be a victim of it and end up becoming a victim of it, trying to prove that they won't be a victim of it.
Yeah.
It's like whenever I travel anywhere, if I know somebody in that city, I'm tapping in. They like to call it checking in. No, it ain't getting extorted. I'm not paying niggas to come hang out in the hood. But hey, bro, I'm finna pull up. Like, what's going on in the city?
Yeah, exactly.
Where should I be? Where shouldn't I go? Oh yeah, man, it's cracking
hot
over here.
right now?
It's
Yeah.
hot over there. Don't go there. Like
that's
niggas
how we was
got too
on
much
tour.
pride to do that. So what's your thoughts on the whole check-in?
Man, let me tell you something. When the Dove Shack was on tour, okay, we did a couple of tours. We toured with BG Knockout and Drayster. We toured with Bone Thugs and Harmony. We toured with Boys II Men and Adina Howard. You feel what I'm saying? The Twins, of course. Every time we went on the road, everywhere we landed, even when we got signed to Def Jam and they flew us to New York the first time, the first thing we did was ask, where is the hood? Where is the hood, niggas? We need to go to the hood. We need to go get some weed. We need to see where the bitches is at. And we need to know where the hood niggas at with the, you feel what I'm saying? That's everywhere we landed. That was our first request. That was our quest. That was also damn near part of our rider. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you have to take us to the ghetto mall. We need to go to the ghetto mall. We don't care what side of town you got us on. When we went to Arkansas, they had us way on the other side of town, close to where we was performing at. You know what I'm saying? But the ghetto was like 30, 45 minutes away. They got mad because we changed our hotel rooms over to the ghetto side. You feel what I'm saying? But that's what we wanted. You know what I'm saying? We wanted to be in that type of environment, number one. Number two, you know, weed was illegal back then. So you want to get to the hood to immediately find the trees in that local state or that local city. You know what I'm saying? Plus, you wanted to make connections with the hood niggas. You wanted to make that connection. You know what I'm saying? That was a desire for us. We didn't look at it as no checking in. You know what I'm saying? We wanted to fuck with the different G niggas and street niggas from different states. You know what I'm saying? We from Long Beach. We from the east side. I ain't never been outside of Long Beach before I had a record deal, except to go visit my family in the South. But before I had a record deal, I couldn't even tell you how to get to the Beverly Center on my mama.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
You feel what I'm saying?
I did not leave Long Beach when I was a kid. That's fact.
Long Beach to the death. I couldn't tell you how to get to the Beverly Center, bro. So I wanted that opportunity to meet other hood niggas, other street niggas, other cultures from the black community, from the ghetto when we went on the road. Now it done switched into a thing to where they try to make it seem like you soft because you want to connect with the local people in that town, or you quote unquote checking in. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, that's bad that we as black folks have that mentality. We don't have the mentality that we want to connect with those people there. We have the mentality where we feel like, oh, well, I ain't gotta go speak to nobody. I ain't gotta reach out to nobody because that's checking in. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
if we change the term, the term to checking in, just call it networking, do you think it'd be more acceptable then?
It definitely would.
So we should say, instead of saying checking in.
It should be networking. You know what I'm saying? You should want to network with everybody, especially if you are artists. Especially if you a content creator, especially if you anywhere to where you base making money or generating a money off an audience. I don't give a fuck if it's fashion, clothing, whatever it is. If you're the type of person that wants to go to places and not mingle, not be out there, not network, not get in touch with the locals that's around that place, then you really not trying to make no money anyway.
Yeah, I think a lot of niggas look at it from a perspective of, like you made a good point as far as the checking in. I think that's the problem of the terminology.
Yeah.
But then when you in the streets, you more so, you like-minded, so you want to connect with more street people. But I think now it's to the point where a lot of street niggas look at it like, well, you scared to come over here and you pretending to be like us, so now we gonna get up on you anyway. So I think a lot of those mentalities come from that. Versus you see real niggas that you see just out and about like minding their business. I ain't really fucking with you.
Because I'm gonna be real, 9 times out of 10, a lot of people get victimized because the places they going, those people want to be involved in what's going on. If you rap and you come into my city, quote unquote, to make money, we got rappers, we rap. We just want to be included. And niggas will lash out if you don't include them, which that is a fucked up mindset because don't nobody owe you nothing. But we should be more open-minded into networking with our people, like change the terminology.
Well, it was a big thing in California for a minute. Yeah. Everybody and their mama was trying to come to California and sign them an artist. I wouldn't care who it was, from the Wu-Tang Clan down to whoever. They was all coming to California trying to find them an artist to put on. You know what I'm saying? Or associate themselves with or be down with in Cali. Some instances, people had alternative motives to where they looked at it as a protection type thing, or I'm connected with the locals so I can move around safely. But then you had those who were genuinely interested, you know what I'm saying, in connecting with people from Cali, building that network. You feel what I'm saying? And a lot of those relationships still, you know, span to this very day, you know? But a lot of them fell to the wayside. Like my nigga Rocket from Carson. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them, you know what I'm saying, because they had attached with artists from other states who was only interested in having some protection when they came to Cali. You feel what I'm saying? They only wanted that protection, so them assign you, I'm gonna mess with you as an artist. You know what I'm saying? I really feel that same way, you know, and no disrespect to the young brother, but I feel it was the same way with Soulja Boy or a lot of these cats who come from other states and all of a sudden start claiming California gangs. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They start claiming the California gang lifestyle when that lifestyle is not part of even where you come from. And what I mean by that, not saying you didn't come from the ghetto or anything like that, but the state and the city that you come from don't even got Crips and Bloods. You know what I'm saying? Like, how are you affiliating yourself with this? Well, 9 times out of 10, look at how it benefited him. Soulja Boy move around California with no problems now. Clothing store on Melrose, you know what I'm saying? He's almost viewed as he from California. He been out here for so long. So some people did it in the means of just making they bones. But when I look at like RZA and them or Bone Thugs and Harmony, they had some homies from Long Beach that they put on. You know, they was really fucking with Long Beach. You know what I'm saying? Wu-Tang, I forgot what the little crew was. They was a little Killer B crew or something. They was from the West Coast. 2 of the members was from Long Beach, but they was actual for real Wu-Tang, where RZA was flying them out to New York. Every time Wu-Tang did a show in California, he was hitting them up, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, come participate, you know? So the networking thing, it made a lot of money, and it makes a lot of money if people know how to do it correctly. The problem with us is, it's a lot of hate going on for California. It's a lot of hate going on for us. So you have a lot of people that really don't want to network with us. They want to network off of us. You know what I'm saying? Which is 2 totally different things. You know what I'm saying? Networking off of you is the, what you call it, the association. You know what I'm saying? I get the pass or I get the privilege by association. Networking with you, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to sit down and build something with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to not build something just in Cali where I come from too. Won't you come out here where I come from? You can get some stuff set up out here. You know what I'm saying? You bring an artist out here from Atlanta, start doing business with you. Is that same artist turn around, man, you need to come to Atlanta, man. I know a gang of people want to get you on a record out there. You know what I'm saying? I know some people you can interview out there. That's true networking, you know what I'm saying, without alternative motives except to make money and build a relationship, build a community. You know, we don't have that real community building mentality no more. That's why we word things like check in. You know, it's a whole lot to words. You know what I'm saying? We word things like that because we don't have a real sense of community anymore. We don't have a real sense of unity, wanting to get bread together. We want to compete, you know, and not to go off subject, this is sort of what I feel about reparations. You know, I'm not pro reparations, not at this state. I'm pro eventual reparations. But right now, they give gang of niggas right now money.
I disagree.
Me too. I definitely disagree.
Elaborate.
I'm gonna let you go
here right now.
I'm gonna disagree, but go ahead.
Okay, if you look at what sports and what hip hop music has done in the black community as far as our mentality. When you look at cats with their individual gangs, their individual crews, their individual cliques, if you look at things like what Ja Morant was doing, if you look at things like what Young Thug got indicted on, if you look at things like what Lil Durk is indicted on, if you look at the stuff that is going on right now, if you look at our state of mind, we everybody Grand Theft Auto. We are a Grand Theft Auto culture. You feel what I'm saying? Period, point blank. We are Grand Theft Auto culture. And the only thing having access to resources like that with everybody, I'm not saying the intelligent minds, I'm not saying the correct minds, but when you talk about reparations, you can't make no discrimination. You feel what I'm saying? That retarded nigga got to get a check just like that smart dude over there. You feel what I'm saying? That shermed out, gangbang, turned up, rah. Yeah. He got to get a check just like that square ass girl that's going to Clark University. You feel what I'm saying? And now,
but we seen the Chappelle show, but we also, y'all had a time where when things was happening, when the pandemic hit, more people was happy, more people was fly, more people was partying. Yeah, the crime rate presumably went down a little bit. Because everybody, as far as for the most part, it's less. No, but let me say this though: the murders wasn't as high. A lot of things in different perspectives. People was in a better space. I can't blame rap for what the media and everything else, the way they position and put the propagandas in our face. The niggas in Chicago was doing drills before they put drills on music. So all that was already happening before the music.
That's exactly my point, though.
But it's not just from that. It's just the nature of where they living at. Because it's certain parts of Chicago that's not going on.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna say this too, though.
Niggas was in Mastros getting chipped during the pandemic. It was crazy. There was a lot of crazy.
But the majority of the time, the crime went down because niggas was locked in the house. Let's not act like everybody was just outside free to roam and niggas was just hanging out at Santa Monica Beach and niggas was on Crenshaw.
I disagree. It is a little. You know why? Because
I'm
gonna tell you this. I was traveling my most during COVID because them flight tickets was low. And you can contest to that. I'm going to just say that, bro. It was the right people. When you got a little taste of change, you knew what to do with it. And what I'm saying is that can be infectious because at the time, everybody was on social media. So when we was out going to different countries, going to different states where they were allowing more freedom because it was locked down really much out here. But you go to those red states, it was a lot more freely. A lot of people was tapping in on some, hey, bro, next time y'all go somewhere, let me know because I want to join y'all. And it was people that I probably wasn't getting along with, but we started talking because they had a little taste of money and they wanted to enjoy the slice of the pie as well.
So and let me make one key point because we like to only focus on what's relative to our lifestyles, meaning hip hop in the streets, but that's a small percentage of the actual black population when you really look at the numbers. It's a small percentage of niggas doing the chip-ins, doing the robberies, and doing the things like we talking about. There's more black men working in the middle class. And look up this stat. They just put this out. The average black man is outpacing and out earning the average everybody else. So even though the media paints it like we the worst and we at the bottom, they don't highlight the niggas doing it the right way. So in our mind, we think, oh man, we give a bunch of niggas money, we just finna crash the fuck out.
I don't think it's necessarily the violence. It's just that, and I'm not against reparations, but I do think that majority of Black Americans need to have some sort of education financially before they come into that much money. Because what's going to happen, the same thing you seen at the pandemic, niggas got a $2,500 check and it was gone in a week or two on bullshit
niggas went shopping.
Yeah, that could bring you nothing. So I think,
wait, 25,000 they was getting. But you know what also happened during that time of the pandemic when niggas was getting checks? Throughout Arizona, throughout the South and all that, gun sales went up in the black community too.
I mean,
I'm all about the right to bear arms.
No,
buy more guns, nigga.
No. See,
legally though,
right to bear arms to the right mentality.
For sure.
You feel what I'm saying? I'm not with everybody just being able to have a gun in their damn hand. You feel what I'm saying?
Not for self-genocide. I'm for sure against that.
So when I look at, again, it's not speaking on just hip hop. I'm talking about within our community, period. We are, sad to say, one of the most divided communities. You know, as far as we are one of the most divided race of people, you know what I'm saying, as far as how we treat each other. I'm not basing it on anybody else. I'm talking about how we treat each other. I'm talking about how black women treat black men treat black women, how dark-skinned niggas treat light-skinned niggas treat dark-skinned niggas, how rich niggas treat poor niggas, how poor niggas treat rich niggas, gangbangers treat squares, how square-ass niggas treat the homeless. You feel what I'm saying? Within our community, there's such a division. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of it is based on where it's become a classism division. It didn't used to be that. You feel what I'm saying? It went from a colorism division. You know what I'm saying? The house nigga, the field nigga. You know what I'm saying? It went from that. Now we in a classism type of thing. You feel what I'm saying? To where, you know, the more it is exposed to the world, the classy side of us. You feel what I'm saying? And there's a praise for that classy side. There's a praise for that educated side. There's a praise for the upstanding brothers and sisters and pillars of the community. You feel what I'm saying? But when you get, I forget the name of the panel they used to have with Dr. Joy Bryan and all that. When you get a gang of esteemed people like that on a panel, I don't know if y'all ever watched that before that thing broke up. What they did, they spent the majority of the time on that panel, you know what I'm saying, downgrading other black people who they didn't feel was on their level.
But we do, on this podcast, we do promote the black flag where we're all unit. It don't matter the classism, colorism. We preach, if you black, we stand united on here. That's one thing we do talk about on this podcast. And for sure, bro has brought up multiple times. So we do try to eliminate that and kind of
That's why I want to.
The like-minded ones too, because it's all mindset. But I will say this is nuance to this conversation because people forget about external factors that affects the way people think. When you put people in survival mode, they're gonna start thinking and acting a certain way versus, okay, you got resources now. Okay, your environment does change. All you gotta do is just take a person on vacation. A motherfucker be in the hood chipping shit. Go out to Jamaica and be on the beach just chilling like nothing going on. Oh, hey, brother, this is the same nigga on the block who if he would have saw you over here, like, hey, where you from? What the hell mean? You from over there? So environment does play a factor. You put any race on the planet in some of the environments that our people got to come up and thrive in, they jumping off the building. You got these motherfuckers living in Beverly Hills, stock market crash, nigga went home off this whole family.
Now, could I be devil's advocate on that?
We don't mention that.
Could I be devil's advocate on that? You say you take the brother out the hood, you take him to the beach, you know what I'm saying? You take him out on a vacation, you know what I'm saying? Show him something different. Oh, wow, it's lovely out here, you know what I'm saying? He go to the counter, you know what I'm saying? And the black person who helping him is looking down on him, treating him because of where he's from or his environment. You feel what I'm saying? So even though, again, there's factors in it, you know, but I base it all off, I'm really on my Michael Jackson shit, man in the mirror. You feel what I'm saying? And I look at if you eliminate all outside circumstances, eliminate that and put us where would we stand in the category of how we treat each other. You feel what I'm saying? How much we love each other, how much we stand with each other. If you eliminate all outside factors, you know what I'm saying? Because there are some places on this earth to where those outside factors do not play a part. You feel what I'm saying? As far as what environment they're growing up in, as far as the influence of other races who influence a mind state this way, as far as classism or any of that stuff, and there's still conflict between us. You feel what I'm saying? So I think once we take a real good look at each other and look at us and our behavior towards us, everything else with every other race becomes irrelevant and non-factor. You know what I'm saying? Because, prime example, when Kanye West went on his little rant about the other people, you feel what I'm saying? My personal position was, you know what I'm saying? I know what he's talking about. I agree with what he's talking about, but I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at their unity. I'm not mad at they control. I'm not mad at them sticking together. I'm not mad at them putting themselves above everybody fucking else. You know what I would like? I would like for us to act just the fuck like them.
That's crazy. I say that shit all the time. Black people got to get that mindset like the Jews got.
Yeah, I want us to have the same mentality as the Jews. I want us to have that same mentality of unity, community. You know what I'm saying? We riding together, do or die. Ain't none of us finna starve. Ain't none of us finna know none of that. And it don't matter what your last name is. It don't matter where you came from. It don't matter what. This your blood? This your bloodline? I got you.
I said the same thing because when Kanye jumped out there and was on the push he was on, I didn't like the fact that the people that's on Kanye level with the influence of Kanye, they didn't back him up. That's why it always makes it look like when you speak for black people, you're gonna be the martyr on the cross getting executed by yourself. Because nobody else stand with you.
We like to use the Jews only, but really it's every race. To me,
Yeah, 'cause
every race stand together. The Mexicans, the Asians, whoever else, they all stick together. We the only ones who still in 2026 who still can't get their mind right.
Well, on face value, but if you look deeper, every race has its colonialism because Jewish people, they're white people. They don't look at the regular everyday redneck the same as them. Like, no, you a different white.
They don't look at everyday redneck, but when it comes to us versus a redneck, they're choosing the redneck before they choose us. That's what I mean. It don't got to be on every level, every scale, but something that look like them, they're not going to put somebody else in position before that.
And here's my thing. Can you be mad at that? Can you be mad at that, or should we be mimicking those same practices?
I'm not mad at it. I call it self-preservation.
I can tell you one thing, dealing with Bank of America. You feel what I'm saying? Having a business account with them for years, running hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars through that business account and personal account. Every single time stepped in Bank of America, it was an issue when it came with a black teller or a black manager. It was just absolutely nuts. And this is from personal experience. Personal experience. You feel what I'm saying? Living in certain environments, it's like sometimes your people, I remember going out to Monrovia to the BMW car dealership out there. You know what I'm saying? The Hispanic dude, helpful. Something happened to where I wasn't able to pick the car up that day, and I was gonna come back and finish up everything the next day. But he wasn't gonna be there. So he got his little boy that's at the dealership also, passed me on to his brother, the black dude. Why when I got with the black dude, it's damn near like we went all the way back to square one. You know what I'm saying? You want to know all details. You got to question me about everything. You want to be meticulous. You want to, you know what I'm saying? Like I was already approved, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? You want to go back and double check the number and double check this and reference and all that. Like he came into the situation being extra hardcore, giving me an extra hard time.
Well,
you feel what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this. So do you feel like he did that because sometimes at his job, he's probably like the only black employee, so they probably own him. So he got to be on his P's and Q's even harder. I'm just saying.
I'm not sure, but just me, I can only think from my personal perspective, if I was in that position, you feel what I'm saying? I think the same way as a Jewish person would. You can't come put no fucking pressure on me to act a certain way to my motherfucking peoples.
But we also can't expect us.
We are the only ones who feel that we are subjected to that.
But this is one key point that separates the Jewish being able to do that versus us. They own every motherfucker.
Exactly
Hold on, hear me out. No, hear me out. Hold on, hear me out.
You cannot do that with any other race either.
Hear me out.
It's not just the Jewish either.
I know, but they own shit.
Yeah.
So they can treat their people cool and fall back and not got to worry about the pressure. When we don't control nothing, we don't own nothing, we don't have the power with no red button to push when we get disrespected, it's almost like niggas got to get in where they fit in.
No, what I mean by that is you will never catch an Asian coming into an environment where another Asian is in a power position, and that Asian gonna give that Asian a hard time just because of whatever the reason.
You ain't working 9 to 5 then, because nigga, they doing it, trust me.
Well,
it's Hispanics that give Hispanics at work a hard time. It's whites that give whites at work a hard time. They got the company snitches, the niggas who be going out of their way, not niggas, other races going out of their way to look like not a teacher's pet, but get the attaboy at work. Yeah. I see it. I done seen it I done work constructions. I done seen motherfuckers go out of their way and they looking like, hold on, cuz we the same. Why you doing me like this?
Okay, see, now you speaking from a different perspective because I had a 9 to 5 job since I worked at Lil Tub Car Wash in Concord, California. You know what I'm saying?
See, that's a classic.
When I was 15 years old,
and that's all I'm saying. It goes on in corporate America every day. Motherfuckers is backstabbing, shiesty, and not even for a raise, not even for a higher position, just a attaboy, literally.
That's the only
Okay,
dub
see,
they
that's
get
it.
for the day.
Okay,
That's it.
see,
That's the
see,
W they
and-
get.
and-
It's going on.
Coming from music, I seen it different, and then jumping off into the legal cannabis business. You feel what I'm saying? I seen it different over there too. So I can only speak from those two perspectives as far as, you know, in the business world and how they treat each other and how they try to make sure. Prime example, cannabis business. You know, I was instrumental in getting the social equity thing passed in Los Angeles. I'm talking about going down, arguing at City Hall, getting kicked out of City Hall in LA, you know what I'm saying? Talking to the news media, organizing protests, you know what I'm saying? I was instrumental. Me and my 7-man panel crew, we went to bat to make this shit happen in California.
What's up?
You feel what I'm saying?
What's up? Hell yeah.
And when the time period, once it got approved and the time period came around to roll out them licenses, you feel what I'm saying? It was time to roll out them licenses. Let me tell you what happened, bro. Okay, you got two things. You got a thing that was called pre-ICO. Pre-ICO was the medical marijuana. Them the cats who've been in the game since cannabis became medically legal 25 years ago, 26 years ago. You have a few black owners, not very many. The majority of that market was owned by whites, Russians, and Asians. You feel what I'm saying? And they really wasn't letting us in. Not unless you want to be a bud tender. You feel what I'm saying? Or security guard. But I know brothers who had seed companies and they would never fuck with their seed companies because they was a black seed company. Regardless, he got dudes from Amsterdam ordering his seeds. But can't none of the businesses in California order his seeds because he's a black seed company. You feel what I'm saying? They was only gonna go to their own. They only was gonna go to their own. You know what the problem was though? When certain brothers start opening up the gates, certain black people start trying to make it hard for other black people because they was already in the position. Like literally, I remember, and I'm not gonna say no names, but it was some black people who came along and made it limited to how many feet people can have their stores close to each other or anything because he didn't want no other black competition in the area where his store was. So he came with the idea to add into the bylaws and the laws and go get it passed through that you can't be within 25 feet or 25,000 feet or whatever it was, 800 feet from another store.
He was
Yeah,
a super
so-
token.
Yeah, and so, but my argument was, but you would be surprised. No, he was a hood nigga off of Crenshaw at that. Kicked it with thug niggas at that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Would have fucked you up if I said it, what his name was. You'd be
Man,
like,
tell us off camera.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but look, so they did that. My argument was, how do you have a food section in a mall? You have a food. You cannot sit here and tell me because two cannabis businesses are within 800 feet of each other, one cannabis business is going to be destroyed. There's gas stations right across the street from each other.
Exactly.
In every other market, you know what I'm saying? There's competition. There wouldn't be a such thing as malls or shopping centers if it wasn't. But he distinctly, and because he had juice, because he had that old license from 25 years ago, they was taking his word for it because he had been in the industry for so long, that this wasn't a good idea. This wasn't a good idea. And by him implementing that knocked people getting their licenses back a couple of years.
Good question. When you say not a good idea,
get their licenses.
when he say good idea, it was like trying to on some safety hazard type thing. Like
Yeah, where he was trying to make it, where his store was, he had 2 store locations.
Okay.
He was trying to make sure no other niggas moved and got stores by his store. That's what he was trying to make
Now,
sure.
I'm not gonna say it's not niggas that do that, black people that do that, but then it goes back to the mindset. All skin folk ain't your kinfolk. It go all the way back to them slavery days. Hey, it's only so many spots in the house.
Yeah.
There's only so many spots in the house, nigga, with the cold drinks, nigga, in the AC or the fan. You feel me? So I don't blanket them and then use them as the monolith for all black people because some fuck niggas got in position and making it hard for niggas. I'm not going to assume we all going to do that because you heard about the black boule?
Yeah.
Are you aware of that? Have you
I'm-
encountered that in the industry?
Man, listen, let me tell you something, bro. Okay, there's a reason that I'm in there and not in there. You feel what I'm saying? I can walk into a room, Will know me by name, Will Smith, see my face, he know me, just on sight. You feel what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of people in the industry who know Bo Rock. You feel what I'm saying? I've been in this game 32 years now. You know what I'm saying? My godfather was Lamont Dozier. You know what I'm saying? From Holland, Dozier, Holland, wrote in Hey There, Mr. Postman. You know what I'm saying? All these different hits, Sitting on the Dock of the Bay. You know what I'm saying? For like he was the man. So I done been in studio sessions with Gladys Knight. I done been in studio sessions with Stevie Wonder. You know what I'm saying? I got high with Stevie Wonder.
What?
Like literally, that's one of my.
I got a question. Hold on. I got a question.
That's one of my biggest accomplishments in this fucking music industry. That I sat in Studio 52 off of Santa Monica, and we smoked a joint with Stevie Wonder. The Dove Shack got to smoke a joint with Stevie Wonder.
Is Stevie Wonder
crazy?
Is his ass really blonde?
Yeah. No,
You know they say he pulled. They said he pulled up at the marathon.
No, he legal.
God knew exactly what to grab and everything.
No, you know what I honestly believe? You know what I honestly believe? I believe he's legally blind. You know what I'm saying? I believe he's blind. And what I mean by blind, all the way blind, is like if you just imagine squinting your eyes and trying to see.
It's like he sees
You know what I'm
spots,
saying?
right?
Yeah, just imagine squinting your eyes to the smallest your eyes can be squinting to you just barely getting the vision of light. And then imagine that in just one eye.
Let me ask you this: when y'all
You feel
was
what I'm saying? That's my personal belief based on the stories I've heard over the years, based on the stuff that people say he was able to do, based on him, what I've seen him being able to ash a joint and know what a fucking ashtray was.
Like, hold on.
That's all I'm saying.
How the fuck you know what ashtray at, nigga?
But no, I'm not even saying that because I don't know what it is, because it wasn't like he looked for the ashtray and it wasn't like the ashtray in front. It was to the side. So it wasn't like he looked and seen it. You know what I'm saying? It was do, and he knew where, and it landed.
That sound like a Dave Chappelle skit, nigga.
Yeah,
let me ask you this: what songs was y'all listening to while smoking? Like, how did that even come about? Like,
nothing. We was in Studio 52 working on our album. We was actually working on redoing Summertime in the LBC.
Okay.
We hadn't even finished that.
And he was
redoing it because we got kicked out of Paramount Studios for having a coffee creamer fight in Paramount Studios. We threw coffee creamer all over the fucking studio, bro. And the coffee creamer got into the board, the mixing board. And all this
that nigga shit.
Yeah.
Niggas don't know how to act.
Yeah.
So what was even with that Summertime in the LBC? Arguably the greatest, one of the biggest songs from that era. Not even just that era, just in general. Even when that shit hit the radio today, it still hit like it did when you first dropped it. What was the mindset, or what was the creativity like? Did you just want people to know about the city in a welcoming way, or did you want people just to show another side, like how Cube made Today Was a Good Day?
Yeah, because that is the greatest.
To be honest with you, it was twofold. It was written because it was hot the motherfucker the day I wrote it. Okay, when I first got the beat, I wasn't even fucking with the beat.
What? You wasn't fucking with the beat?
That shit is like undeniable.
I wasn't fucking
Classic
with it.
beat.
The homie Tiny P-Lo, Michael Menifee, okay? I left the cassette tape when Hank and Lamont, the producers, they stayed in the apartments, you know what I'm saying? Like, me and my crew, we kicked off 49th Street on the north side. We was the original 49th Street. They stayed on the other side of 49th, on the other side of Long Beach Boulevard. You feel what I'm saying? And so the homie Hound stayed in their same building. We used to walk to the homie Hound house. They used to have their garage open all the time, sitting out there with the guitar and Hank and Lamont, you know what I'm saying, on the keyboards, just fucking around. And then I just happened to stop one day, y'all produced, and they gave me a tape, you know what I'm saying, with some beats on there. Completely didn't trip off of it, bro. Completely didn't trip off of it. It was the homie P-Lo came to see me. I was staying off to Fresno and Sepulveda, right across the street from where Dog took the picture for the 187 with the 187 street sign in the back.
Right.
I'm staying right across the street from there, and P-Lo was bringing me the tape, and he pulled up, and he had the beat in there. Boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, God damn, that shit beating, you know what I'm saying? But I still didn't know it was that beat. You know what I'm saying? He just pulled up, beating, parked outside. Now, mind you, he dropped the tape off. The next day, Nita P, the girl that's singing on the song, who was a secretary at Def Jam. That's where I met her. She was answering phones at Def Jam, but she used to always clown that she knew how to sing. She knew how to sing. She just happened to be at my house the next day getting her hair braided by my girl at that time. You feel what I'm saying? It was hot as fuck, and my girl was doing the straightening thing on her head, so she had the goddamn stove on, dog. And it was already hot as fuck, you know what I'm saying, and whatnot. So I'm sitting there laying on the ground, and I turned the beat on, and I'm listening to it. And the only thing I just got to doing was missing home. I was missing home, because you got to remember, I got out of Pelican Bay in 1993. Yeah, I said we had a record deal by 1994, but when I paroled from Pelican Bay, I paroled to San Diego. You feel what I'm saying? So I had just did 5 years away from home. Parole, and I'm still away from home. When Two Scoop, you know what I'm saying, I'm coming back to the city and whatnot, but when Two Scoop called me for us to come get on Warren G's album, I'm living in San Diego. You feel what I'm saying? So when all this comes about, that moment when I'm sitting there listening to the song, I got the missing home. I was missing my city. You feel what I'm saying? And what I was missing from my city was the way I grew up in my city. I was born in St. Mary's Hospital. You feel what I'm saying? I've been through everything in the city. You feel what I'm saying? And that moment right there, it was just like, it was just a missing Long Beach. That's where it came from. It didn't come because I was in Long Beach at that moment and it was summertime, no, none of that. It came because I was missing my city. But I didn't want to write anything from the perspective of
reminiscing.
Yeah, no, it was for the reminiscing, but what I wanted to do was reminisce on things that I know took place in every hood.
Okay.
To make it
Generalize,
more
Yeah, that's where the water balloon fighters and all that stuff come from. You
And
know
that
what
is
I'm
the
saying?
one line in the song I literally had to Google to know what the fuck was said. For years, I used to say that line and I never knew they were saying water balloon fighters.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
Water balloon fighters. You know, that was a big thing in our city. This is probably before y'all time.
Nope, we had water balloon fights.
Yeah, so y'all had water balloon
Yeah, we
fights.
had the gang
babies
trucks
over here, man.
They used to come.
Okay.
They used to open up the fire hydrant. Niggas used to have water balloon
Yeah,
fights.
so we
all
had the
that.
water balloon fights, and then when we was growing up, we was young, we had water balloon fights, then it turned into eggs. The eggs. When everybody started getting low riders, it turned into egg. Because back then, the egg would eat your lacquer. It'll eat your lacquer on your paint.
Fuck the paint up.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
fuck the paint up.
Fuck the
Yeah.
paint up.
Oh,
So
God.
it went to egg throwing. You know what I'm saying? It went from water balloons to egg throwing. But I wanted to reminisce because I know everybody in every hood have water balloon fights. You feel what I'm saying? Now, I was thinking strictly California when I'm saying low riders. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I'm thinking Long Beach when I say East Siders. You know what I'm saying? But I'm really generalizing all the experience.
In every hood.
You know what I'm saying? It's an East Side in every hood. It's a North, South, East, West in almost every hood. You know what I'm saying? It's a generalized feeling of ghetto. And even though my mind state there visually wasn't there, I was writing from a perspective really from like the 70s.
It does have a smooth.
Yeah, I was writing from a 70s summer perspective. You know what I'm saying? Groove, afros, you know what I'm saying? That type of vibe. That's where the nostalgia is grabbed from on there. And that's why I did the Midnight Star at the end. Let me hear you say, oh. Let me hear you say, oh. Because I wanted, people to know that I'm like in oldie mode when I'm actually putting this song together. You know what I'm saying? I'm on good days growing up in the black ghetto.
That was genius. Did you think when y'all created that song that it was gonna have the impact that it had?
Man, we didn't even want that song to be a single.
Damn.
What are you talking about? They had to fly us to New York, bro. We argued with Lior like a motherfucker. Wow. We argued with Chris Lighty. We argued with Tina Davis. We did not want Summertime to be a single. What? Summertime wasn't
created. I'm glad
created.
y'all didn't listen.
It wasn't created, bro. It was not created for that. Okay, we had a thing going on between us to where we all wanted to do our solo songs for the album. You feel what I'm saying? So Two Scoop had his solo song, C-Night had his solo song, and Summertime in the LBC was my solo song, which is why when you listen to the album version, there's no rap on there. It's just me and the girl singing. You feel what I'm saying? We turned the damn song in, bro. Next thing you know, the phone blowing up. Y'all need to come to New York. We run this. Wait, hold up. What about Bomb Drop? You know what I'm saying? Dash just gave us a smacker. You know what I'm saying? The East Sider beat. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? We want this. We looking at Summertime did not represent what Long Beach represented at that time. We was G-Funk. It was Dog. gangster shit. You feel what I'm saying? It was, you know what I'm saying? You had Half Dead drop, you had Quick to Mac them drop, you had Domino drop. Domino just came from the Crips and Bloods album over to having a solo career, and you think you finna bring us out? And we actually, we consider ourselves the actually authentic East Side hood niggas that's really with the shits, and y'all, we gonna come out singing? No. No, that's what we not finna do.
So who idea was it to say, nah, bro, y'all doing this? This is dropping.
Let me tell you what happened. So we in New York, we sitting in Leor office, Leor Cohen. Shout out to Leor Cohen, man. So this nigga got the heart of a fucking lion, my nigga. At this time, you know what I'm saying? You know, a nigga kind of nice, C-Night nice. You know what I'm saying? We fully ghetto. When I say we fully ghetto, like I said,
Cream fights on the mixer.
Everywhere we go, we don't want to be in the office. Take us to the hood.
Yeah.
We made them take us straight to Queens, to the Q Club. You know what I'm saying? When we landed in New York, Q Club is so bad, nigga, the security guards walk around with pit bulls. All the security walk through the club with pit bulls. This the only club I've been in to where niggas gotta literally slip out their shoes, take their shoes off, and tap their shoes like they in jail, and they check your mouth for razors, nigga, before you go into the club and party. You feel what I'm saying? Biz Markie, shout out Biz Markie, rest in peace. He was DJing that night. But
That's great.
that's what type of vibe we was on. We would hook us up with Benny Rap. We going to Harlem. You know what I'm saying? We want to go to the hoods. We're Brooklyn. We're the Bronx at. We want to see where all the tough niggas at. Yeah. So we on our, we had a meeting with Leor, right? He tell us about summertime. We still on our, nah, that ain't what the fuck we doing. Nah, you know what I'm saying? Woo, woo, woo. He say something. C-Night jump. C-Night talking big shit. Nah, cuz, I'm just woo, woo, woo. Leor said, oh, you done? That was your gangster thing? That's the gangster thing? I'm supposed to be scared? Yeah. That's the gangster thing? No. Let me tell you what's fucking gangster. What's fucking gangster is when my fucking wife wants spaghetti, I could put her fucking ass on my private fucking plane and fire to Italy to stuff her fucking face. That's fucking gangster. What's gangster is I can put you and even your homeboy Snoop Dogg them on death row back on the east side of Long Beach on the corners and never have life in this industry ever fucking again. That's fucking gangster. But I'm not trying to make a fucking gangster. I'm trying to make fucking superstars. Okay? And you guys have the potential to be fucking superstars. I make superstars. You make gangsterism. You know what I'm saying? Gangsterism doesn't make fucking money, not unless we're doing a fucking mafia movie. Last time I checked, this wasn't a fucking movie company. This is a fucking record label. You feel what I'm saying? So he basically was like on some sit down and let us tell you how to get to the bag. Let us tell you what a hit record is.
How to monetize
This record on y'all album is the biggest record the fuck y'all got. You feel what I'm saying? This is an absolute smash. This is a fucking hit. Y'all may not know it, but this is our business. I've been in this business long enough. This is a hit fucking record. And not only are we gonna put this out on as a single, they put it on the show soundtrack as well. You know what I'm saying? Which was Def Jam's first movie at that time. You know what I'm saying? We was the lead single from that, us and Method Man and Red Man with How High.
Okay.
So Leor Cohen is responsible for Summertime in the LBC becoming
it wouldn't have never came out as a single if Leor wouldn't have put his foot down and like, no, this is coming out as a single. And y'all gonna shoot a video for it and y'all gonna love it. You know, if he wouldn't have just sat up there and like, no, I'm putting my foot down, y'all ain't making no choices, and I'm not scared of you motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? I'm not scared of none of the huff puff, rah-rah, no, none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not scared of none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need y'all to understand this is a business, you know? And I know my business. And that's what we had to understand. Like, we know how to rap, you know? But we don't know nothing about the music business. We don't know how to take a song to radio. We don't know what even makes a song breakable on radio, how to make a single or anything. This is what they do. So we just had to really sit back and just face that fact. Like, this is really a situation where you just turn the album over and then let them do what they do. That's how it was back then. You didn't have to do anything that an artist has to do now. None of this shit, social media, you didn't have to do nothing. You just turn that album in and go to the house and kick back and let the machine work. And the machine did wonders. The machine did wonders from the box to MTV to BET to radio slots to promo tours to appearing over here to in stores over here, signing autographs. That was all the machine. You know what I'm saying? And only thing, once you drop the album into the machine's hand, only thing you had to do was just be an artist. That's it. I didn't have to do nothing else but just rap, smile, sign autographs, and perform. That's it, that's all. The machine took care of everything else, you know? So
do you think the machine was a necessary evil? Because you hear a lot of stories about Leor Cohen. You hear a lot of stories about the machines being culture vultures. But in the example you gave, yeah, we got the talent, we got the gangsterism, we got the image, but we didn't know shit about the business. Does rap get to where it is without the quote unquote culture vultures or the machine?
No. See, number one, Leor, and I didn't like when Damon Dash was calling Leor a culture vulture. How Leor a culture vulture when Leor was carrying Run DMC's fucking luggage? When Run DMC first started, he was sleeping on their floors. How do you be around from the forming of hip hop, but you a culture vulture? Like, I literally was in hip hop when you was at home going to school and barely able to listen to parents just don't understand. I'm hip hop. I'm in hip hop. When Run DMC dropped My Adidas, I was part of hip hop. So that's not a culture vulture to me. You know what I'm saying? Drake more so a culture vulture to me.
Yeah,
we've been.
Elaborate on that.
Elaborate.
I need you to speak on that.
Elaborate.
This panel gets divided when we talk about this.
I personally feel he an industry plant, and I'm gonna say this: the reason why, because he's never claimed to be black. He's Jew, and he was seen as something that the Jewish people can put at the forefront of our culture and control our culture by using him and making him the biggest thing within our culture. And what they did, if you notice, every single rap that came out in the last 10 years that was supposedly down for the culture or bad for the black community, from drill rap all the way down to Sexy Red, everything, they all used Drake to stamp them. Every last one of those fucking artists got a record with Drake. Every motherfucker that was talking about popping perks, drinking lean, thizzles, the knife talk, gun talk, shooting, all of them artists from Lil Durk, all of them got stamps by Drake. They used Drake to stamp them, to turn them artists into a star.
That's a cold connection that I never looked at. Hold on, what did he say?
He has the ability. We talk about the secret relationship between blacks and Jews. I think what you're saying is why he catapulted to the forefront, because he is part black, but he also does have business dealings with the Jewish community. That's why he always talks about.
Oh no, he fully claims that he had a Hanukkah and everything. Like literally, when he was on Degrassi, you know what I'm saying. You can go. Somebody pulled it up. When you go to his acting sheet and things, when you get a description, it ain't black on there. On his thing for acting, it says Jewish. So he didn't claim no part of being black, which is why his daddy in the early years didn't fuck with him, and his daddy was MIA. You feel what I'm saying? That nigga wasn't fucking with black, period. No, nothing. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying?
You know, because you know what I'm about to say. Do not change your drum on this beat today, because niggas just killed me when I was just saying that Drake needed niggas instead of y'all saying niggas needed Drake.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me rebuttal. Because he is saying what we saying. All of those, yes, he is. All of them people that got #1 hits down from Drill to Sexy Red, they got stamped by Drake. And that's all we was saying last episode was whether you want to say they fed off of each other, they both ate off of each other, but you can't deny that they got stamped by Drake and that took them to the next level. That's what we were saying.
Okay, but understand this. The machine is what takes them to the next level when they get stamped by Drake. Okay? There is no artist who has ever blew up in this industry without the machine. I don't give a fuck what nobody talking about. You know what I'm saying? The machine has always been in operation since the CIA hooked up with the the
92.
Colonel. The CIA hooked up with the Colonel on Elvis's career, and they start doing studies on the music industry and repetition of music being played on the radio and how you can control the people with repetitiously playing. And they learned through scientific study that even if a person don't like a song, if they continue to hear it on the radio, they will grow to like it. Or if they don't hear it no more, they will miss it. You feel what I'm saying? So it's always been a machine behind everything. Elvis' success was based on a machine, not based on the fans. Every radio slot is bought. Every radio slot since the beginning of the music industry is bought and paid for. You feel what I'm saying? Everything that is done through a connection of some sort of a machine behind it. There is no, I just come out, I'm super fucking dope, my music is a fucking hit, and my song just blew up out of nowhere. You feel what I'm saying? And I became super rich. They may put that image out there, but that's never the case. You're not getting on the radio without somebody paying for you to get on the radio. It costs, a minimum is $100,000. That's what it costs to get radio spins on any major market. You got to approach iHeartRadio with 100 bands. You feel what I'm saying? And then you're going to make sure you get played on KMEL. You're going to get played on 92.3 The Beat. You're going to get played on Power 106. You're going to get played in New York on Hot 97. That costs 100 to get on those major markets. You want to start dealing with more markets like Detroit, Miami, and other little small venues like that, then you got to come up with some more money. You feel what I'm saying? But this has always been this way since the fucking beginning. Since when LL Cool J was popping in his song, I'm Bad and all that, they was paying to put that on there. You know what I'm saying? When motherfuckers was getting to the top of MTV and on the box and all that shit had to be paid for. Matter of fact, I just seen a recent interview with my boy Richie Rich. Shout out to Richie Rich from the Bay. You know what I'm saying? One of my real partners. He one of the realest ones I've met, man. You know what I'm saying? He did an interview the other day and he was saying how his record went #1 on the box. You know what I'm saying? We was all signed to Def Jam. That was all our little crew right there. You know what I'm saying? From the West Coast that was signed to Def Jam. And he picked up the phone and he called Lior. Lior, I'm #1 on the box. I'm #1 on the box. I'm #1. Lior said, yeah, I know. We paid for it. I'll call you back. Click and hung up the phone.
Damn.
So it gives a false hope of.
Because go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, so it gives a false hope of that's they're actually that talented. It's not even that. It's not even my talent that's getting me here. It's the producer.
No, your talent gets you there. It's not your talent that takes you
to #1 spot
to the next level.
So when we have these debates of who's #1, is it really the debate of who's #1? Is just who put the most money into it?
Who put the machine there? Because if you want, let me give a prime example. Razzcast. There's not too many niggas that breathe that can fuck with Razzcast when it comes to rapping.
Facts.
But Razzcast never was in with the machine. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He tried. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Dre gave him that smash. He
was supposed to have it in the club too, I heard.
And he got a classic album too.
Yeah,
That's
classic album.
Nice. Yeah, facts.
But because Razzcast never had that major machine that fucked with him to put him in the spot he needed to be in.
So let me ask you.
You feel what I'm saying?
Was it the machine that helped Kendrick take down Drake, or did Kendrick himself take down Drake?
The machine.
Whoa.
The machine. It was both. I'd say it was both.
You can't say one without the other, though,
Yeah,
because the
it
song
was-
Hold on,
actually-
let him elaborate, nigga. Don't
tell
try
you,
to change
it's the
tune of
machine.
your drum.
Let me tell you, it's the machine along with Kendrick. Kendrick has to create, Kendrick has to put it out there. The machine makes it move once it's in the system.
That was a good song, though. I feel
You
like
feel what I'm saying? It goes in the system. You got to put something in the system. I don't give a fuck if you with Eclipse Distribution, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Eclipse Distribution, you know what I'm saying? To where you could just be straight on your phone. I can be in the studio, record, and mix that motherfucker right there, upload it on Eclipse, and they master that motherfucker for me, and then I push that it go live, and before I leave the studio, I'm on not a few, I'm on every single streaming platform around the world globally. From Deezer, from iTunes to all of them, straight from the phone, just like that, bam. That's why when Khalees gave Beyonce that problem about using her, the next day she was off, because the only thing they did was went to the thing like, delete Khalees song.
God,
and that was that.
So the impact of Not Like Us, as great as the song was, the impact you saying was amplified by the machine and got it all the way to the Super Bowl and everything.
Yeah, it was part of the plan. It was part of the plan, which is why Drake has the proper grounds to stand on. The plan was to devalue him. You feel what I'm saying? You got to remember the talk. People don't pay attention or remember the talk that was going on before the Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef. The whole industry was talking about was if Drake was going to re-sign or not. And if Drake did not re-sign, he was going to kill the whole music industry as we know it. That was in every headline publication. If Drake does not re-sign and he decides to go independent, it will be the death of the music industry. That's what headlines all around was saying before the whole Kendrick Lamar beef started.
What would have made it the death of the industry?
Because the machine, number one, the main machine is Universal. You know what I'm saying? Remember, Universal, after they switched from Polygram, you know what I'm saying, and Seagram's came in and bought, they changed over to Universal. For y'all who don't know that, Seagram's GN, the people that own Seagram's GN is who Majon own the majority of the entertainment business.
That's
This is why
crazy.
all your rappers have liquor deals, okay? This is why everybody have a liquor deal. This is why it was truth to when they said Puffy went up against De Leon and De Leon took him down, okay? The entertainment business, music itself is run by an alcohol company. You feel what I'm saying?
Goes hand in hand. I can see that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? This is why everybody who big got some type of fucking alcohol. Everybody. From the Rick Rosses to the Jay-Z's, because
They throw it in their
alcohol
music.
and rap is like this. They've been in bed together for a very long fucking time since the I forgot the name, Bartleson something. The Bartleman's brothers or something came in and snatched up Universal or switched Polygram over to Universal, and then Universal went on a buying spree. They bought up Motown. They bought 50% of damn near every label in the game. And if you didn't give up your 50%, they do you like they did Clive Davis when they took Arista away from Clive Davis and they put L.A. Reid in charge of Clive Davis label, and they ran Clive Davis out the industry. And then when Clive Davis decided to play right again, they was like, we're gonna let you come back with J Records. And not only we gonna let you come back with J Records, we're gonna snatch Carlos Santana, Whitney, and Alicia Keys from Arista and put them over here with you so you can rebuild that.
So is that why artists turned their back on Drake? Because siding with Drake was directly going against the machine and they didn't want to get their water cut off, so they left him out on the island on his own?
No. Artists turned on Drake because he got his ass whooped. Artists turned on Drake because Kendrick exposed truth. That Kendrick said in so many words some of what I was just saying. How it was, a lot of that stuff wasn't organic. It was put together. This song over here with this nigga, this song over here with this nigga, it was put together by Universal, by the machine, to help this next artist blow up and that next artist become the next big thing or become something that's talked about. You feel what I'm saying? And it's usually, again, you will never see them attaching Drake to a Kendrick style. You know what I'm saying? Drake, and this is what made it the thing so bad, because even with Drake and J. Cole, they built something genuine. That wasn't the machine behind that. You feel what I'm saying? The machine wasn't gonna use Drake. Cole wasn't finna let the machine use Drake to stamp his shit, because Drake is stamping this over here. This is what he stamps. Cole is this lane over here. They thing was genuine, you know what I'm saying? And that's why when the whole Kendrick thing and all that, look, I'm just gonna back up. I already know what's going on. I already know what's going on. I see what's finna happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna be part of that. I'm not finna be part of that. I don't want to be part of the Kendrick-Drake beef, no. Cole knew what was going on.
So was J. Cole smart for making that move?
Fuck yeah, because he knew what was happening. Because listen, let me tell you something. They was not gonna put J. Cole on the side with Kendrick. And the whole idea was to take Drake down. Cole jumped ship before that ship sank. He knew what time it was. Somebody whispered in his ear, told him, "This ain't about the battle, bro."
So that was actually a smart move.
Yeah,
I'm glad you said it. I'm glad you said it, because these niggas kill Cole
Hold on,
every week.
hold on.
It's something bigger.
Hold on.
It's something bigger behind that. The machine, and particularly Lucius and them, trying to send a message. They trying to send a message to this boy over here who talking about leaving.
So should Drake feel a way about J. Cole? Because if he was gonna be on Cole's side and he heard, hey, the machine coming for your boy.
You're not a real friend. You're not a real friend. You're not a real homie. If I'm finna go down, you feel what I'm saying? And you see I'm finna go down, and you tuck so you don't go down, and I'm mad at you, I'm not your real homie. I'm not your real fucking homie. I should want you to go down with me. I should want you to, niggas don't do that with they bitch. Niggas don't do that with they bitch. Niggas is quick to say, oh no, that's mine. That's mine. So his girl don't gotta go to jail. But you want your homie to go to jail with you. You want your friend to go to jail with you. No, cut that nigga loose. You know what I'm saying? And how you gonna be mad because that nigga, you know what I'm saying, decide to, you know what I'm saying? He running around the corner.
He put a tray, let me out though.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Because I've been killing J. Cole for the apology and everything. But because what you think about the apology? I get stepping back, but apologizing to Kendrick? What the fuck the machine got to do with that?
It made us look like
a lot.
The machine made the nigga apologize.
No, the machine didn't make him apologize. He wanted to send, that apology wasn't to Kendrick. That apology was to the machine. The machine was behind Kendrick. The apology was to the machine.
Yeah, machine gonna put
you know what I'm saying? Look, don't put me in that. Don't put me in that. I'm not trying to be in that.
Kylie, what you
You feel
say?
what I'm saying?
So that's probably why he didn't, because again, if we're talking about the machine and how it helped catapult Kendrick's disses to a higher level, then if J. Cole is in the sight of line for Kendrick, then whatever he could say might be catapulted to the top as well. So it's like, let me take
you
that
gotta
steam
understand
off
how the-
me
how the
before it
machine
fall
works.
back on me.
The machine is not, okay, there's these things called, they like these type of hacker groups, okay? And a lot of people don't know, hackers have fans. Swear to God, hackers have fans that follow them, follow their command, follow their lead. Like you have people in the computer world who look at their hacker the same way somebody would look at Drake or Kendrick Lamar. Swear to God, bro.
That's wild.
And I
You feel what I'm
Compared to
saying?
like Whack 100 Clubhouse
No,
people,
I'm,
he can go, he
no,
can go
no,
get
no.
them to
I'm
get
talking about
any.
real. I'm talking about real hackers. That's what they do. They don't.
Yeah.
They're not entertainment. I'm a fucking genius hacker, and other computer nerds are fans of them because they are so brilliant in what they do. And what a lot of times people hire these hackers. They hire the hacker, okay? And what the hacker does is not a hacking job that he does. They hire him based on his fan base and his network of family of hackers. And so whatever he says is green or red, his whole crew follows. Oh yeah, Kendrick, green. Everybody, comments, whether it's reshares, whatever the fuck it is, they finna flood the internet out of his network. His network might be 200,000 motherfuckers globally. Because you gotta remember, this is all internet and this is an internet hacker. So his fan base is a global fan base. It ain't just a bunch of USA kids. It's USA kids, it's Asian kids, it's kids in the UK and Australia, and they all follow him.
So that's what they mean by
They got
K-bot.
T-Pain like that. They got T-Pain like that, and they fucked off T-Pain whole shit that he had going on with Twitch when T-Pain was trying to run a contest to give out a record deal over Twitch. And one of the motherfuckers, contestants, his peoples went and hired one of them hacking companies and fucked T-Pain whole shit up and had the motherfuckers put this other motherfucker as the winner and all this old shit, and come to find out, the dude ended up admitting. He didn't even, at the end, he's sitting down with T-Pain, you know what I'm saying? And on the thing with T-Pain, and T-Pain, like, I'm gonna fly you out to Atlanta to the studio. He was like, man, I'm gonna be real with you. He was like, I'm not even in the United States, bro. he was like, man, I'm in Dubai, bro. I'm not even out there, bro. I can't come there. I don't even have a passport to come there, bro. You know what I'm saying? I apologize, man.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? We did, and he exposed that they went through one of these hacking things and they ran the numbers up. And that's what Universal will do. A Universal or a company like that, they would reach out to one of these people because the people in their organization have a network, and then they reach out and they let them know. You know what I'm saying? We Kendrick on this one. We Kendrick. So all that motherfucking hacker sends out an email and send out a word to all his 200,000-300,000 that we pro Kendrick right now doing this Kendrick Drake beef. And every day them people that's part of that network is going in on Drake. Fuck Drake.
We
Drake
seen
a
that.
pedophile.
Damn, that's
Drake a pedophile.
crazy.
But how did it work in the 90s then?
So we call that so the K-bots, like the Kendrick bots,
Yeah.
that's that network you talking about. So
Yeah.
if you don't have
And
the funds,
Kendrick don't have nothing to do with it.
He don't know nothing about it.
TDE don't know nothing about it. Nobody knows nothing about it except that one motherfucker who got that phone call at the company and who was told to make that happen.
so the machine will make it happen for the artists.
Yeah.
So if I'm Drake and I don't have a team of hackers to combat this, it's almost an unwinnable battle because
Well,
we go off of public
literally-
perception.
Drake literally thinks he got to where he got to
For hard work and
for
shit.
hard work. That
Yeah.
same machine it was used for your career.
Can I ask you a question?
That same machine is used for anybody who you see majorly mainstreamed. You feel what I'm saying? This is why I feel Cole went out of his way to separate himself from Hove. And you see what happened. What did he just do with this last album? He went on the road himself in his Honda. That was his promo for that because he no longer has that machine behind him. And that machine is not this distribution of Rock Nation, but it's the nation of Rock Nation with the people who gonna sit on the computer and the people who gonna, you know what I'm saying, make the good comments and the whole network of motherfuckers. You feel what I'm saying? That make it that make it so to where you seem like you favored by the public.
So he didn't just wake up one day and say, "Oh, I want to get back with the people, and I'm feeling like I want to get back in my old car to get the old feel." He knew he done had a machine, and he had to hit the road and go back out the trunk.
He had to.
Damn.
Hey, Bo,
He had to.
by the West Coast being kind of dry, you know, Kendrick is like the king of hip hop, king of rap. But we were always talking about there's nobody coming out on the West Side that we can support. How can we get the machine to support a new West Coast artist to kind of put him on Front Street?
It's not gonna happen.
No,
and I'm not gonna
knock this win out of ourselves on that one.
And I'm not gonna without saying too much. You got powers that be that's making sure the machine don't come to the West Coast and do that for us. You have West Coast powers that be that's making sure the machine.
Hold on. You said West Coast powers that be?
West Coast powers that be that are making sure the machine don't come out here and operate like that no more.
What the fuck would be the benefit of that?
So they can stay in the position that they in.
But you know, they go age out eventually. Like you will.
Hold on.
Man.
So people that's in certain positions don't want to potentially get knocked out of their positions.
So they make
making sure nobody crack.
They make sure the machine doesn't operate in California.
But realistically, from your perspective,
That's crazy work.
do you even see any artists right now from the West Coast that's buzzing or doing anything that they should even be behind a machine?
Machine worthy.
But he's saying that we ain't never gonna see him because whoever is in place is making sure they don't get seen.
So what happened?
Yeah, why you think it took LaRussell to go through what he went through to get in his position? LaRussell, let me tell you something. A lot of people don't realize this. LaRussell's whole intent was to fuck with Roc Nation from the jump. A lot of people don't. He started his whole campaign with Roc Nation as a target. Mentioning them, saying how the door was closed. The whole thing was to get in that position to where, Jay, you finna come back to this table and you not only finna write me the check I wanted you to write me the first time, you finna put some extras on that, bruh. You finna put some extras on that because you doubted me. Y'all doubted me. Let me just show y'all how I get down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is what I hate about why people mad at LaRussell, because that nigga went to go show the machine. He actually was the first one to go to show the machine, like, I could do this without y'all, but I want to fuck with y'all. But motherfucker, don't think I just gotta fuck with y'all.
I don't think people necessarily mad is that you preached all this without the machine shit, that you didn't need it, and then the first chance you got, you went right to it. So what's going on with him now? Let me ask you.
It was the first chance he got, and
because he said Roc Nation denied him.
No, let me tell you.
Let me
tell you something. Okay, and I just explained this. If you are an artist, if you are a content creator, if you are anything in the entertainment business, okay, and you're trying to get into this business, and you think you're gonna go around the machine and be successful, stay at your 9-to-5 job, please. Please do not come around wasting good people's time, okay? If you have the intent on just being an independent artist and your ceiling being at a certain level, then keep doing what you're doing. But please don't think you're going anywhere towards the top. You will not be Billboard, you will not be MTV, you will not be Grammys, you will not be iHeartRadio, you will not get Coachella, you will not get none of that without the machine. All of that comes through the operation of the machine. You won't get none of that. You will not, okay? For those who think you're gonna come in and be the new Tech Nine, you are not. Tech Nine made his money when CDs were selling, physical CDs, physical tapes were selling. So he was able to make money because it was, like E40 and them said, it was like selling dope. You had actual for real product to sell.
Even
now
Down
you
Kennedy,
don't have
yeah,
product to
before.
sell. You have streaming services out there leasing out your product and giving people a taste of your product.
And the machine owns
You know
the
what I'm
leasing
saying?
services.
And the machine owns the leasing services. The machine, without the machine, again, you have a ceiling. Only with the machine do you not have a ceiling. If you're not part of the machine, again, don't have no idea of being a Grammy artist. Don't dream about performing on a Coachella stage or at the iHeartRadio festival. Any of that shit. Don't dream about none of that shit. Don't dream about, you know what I'm saying, sitting down on some of these major radio station platforms or some of these big TV shows, you know what I'm saying, or things of that nature. Don't. Don't.
Is-
Because if
is-
you're not part of the machine, you never will be.
Is what
You'll
happened to
never
Tory
get to mingle
Lanez?
with Kevin Hart. You'll never get to mingle with the cats like that on the side of comedy. You'll never be backstage at a Dave Chappelle show and different shit like that. There's people part of the machine. You got to be part of the machine.
Is that what happened to Tory Lanez from trying to basically say he cracked the code? Him essentially going against the machine ended up being his own demise in the industry?
Yeah. His big thing was, I think Tory Lanez, his big mistake was, again, feeling that, you know, that feeling like that, feeling yourself too much. And you get blinded by your own, you trip over your own feet. You know what I'm saying? Tory Lanez is a situation of tripping over his own feet. You feel what I'm saying? That's all that was. That was tripping over his own feet. Once he tripped, the machine's like, oh yeah, throw this shit down.
Hey,
hold that on
I was fucking with 3 high-class celebrities and
hold
didn't
that
think
nigga,
that
hold
nothing
that
they would
nigga
ever
down then.
intertwine eventually.
Oh, he finally slipped. Hold that nigga.
So you say like it's one big club. If you're not a part of that club, you ain't making it to none of these levels in none of the industries. Because I'm looking at even the podcast industry. You see a Joe Rogan, you see the Shannon Sharps, you see the Joe Buddens. Their content is everywhere. Even if you're not subscribed to it, you're saying that is the machine doing that, making you see their clips, making you see their videos, and supplying them with the high-powered guests.
Who you think run YouTube? Same
Well, I always
person
said too, like
the
you
same
got
person
talent
I just told-
agencies.
The same
and shit
person I
that
just
reach
told you
out.
check C-Night. Lior. Lior has been the head of YouTube for damn near 10 years. Lior runs YouTube. Why you think YouTube started giving out plaques? Lior brought that over from the music business.
Yeah.
That's why they started giving out YouTube plaques and
Right.
all that shit and all that.
So many
That came from the
subscribers.
music business. That's why YouTube is still the biggest music platform in the fucking world. It's YouTube.
Hey,
because
bro.
you have a music executive at the head of YouTube. But you have a music executive also who is cousins with the motherfuckers who own Universal.
What about the people
You know what
that
I'm
want to be
saying?
down with the machine, that would do whatever it takes to be a part of the machine, but get rejected? Like, what do they do? You know, people that are willing to do whatever it takes just to be on. You know what I'm saying? The ones who are
Yeah.
willing to sell their soul.
I think those
Yeah.
people get used and chewed up and spit out.
Yeah,
me.
they serve their purpose. The machine has a purpose for
Yeah.
them too.
Is this why we seen the drastic change in Joe Budden? Because when he was an artist, he was Mr. Rage Against the Machine, go against the machine, having spats with Leor Cohen. And then he got into the podcast seat as the podfather, and it seemed like he's just all about the machine. He won't
No, he
say
fuck with
nothing.
Leor too, though.
Actuality, let me tell you something. Let me tell you what's crazy. And what probably a shock the fuck out you. He's actually not part of the machine.
Wow.
He's actually not. You know what I'm saying? Joe Budden is one of the only motherfuckers really running around in the podcast space outside of Joe Rogan with his dick out. Like, you can't do that. Like, you got to think everything that's
That was
made,
Paul.
everything that's really listen, check it out though. Everything that's really made possible for modern or straight podcasters right now has been opened up by him. By him not subjecting himself to the machine, by him turning down the machine deal. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Nobody would know about owning their fucking IPIs if it wasn't for Joe Budden. He was the first motherfucker to own his IPI as far as a black person in hip hop. Nobody else knew about that. Nobody else did. And this is the reason he moves the way he does, because he owns his whole thing top to bottom. He owns it top to bottom. You know what I'm saying? Content, everything. He has that's why it's called Joe Budden TV. He has the same type of deal like a network.
Mm-hmm.
He has the same type of deal like like a Netflix. You know what I'm saying? So he's able to put out different shows through his TV network.
Commercials.
You know what I'm saying? Commercials and all that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Who you think was the first one yelling Prize Picks? Nigga, Joe Budden opened up that door for all these other motherfuckers to get Prize Pick deals. Joe Budden was Prize Picks before Drewski, before anybody.
I would say that
You feel what I'm saying? He brought that to the table. Sports betting wasn't fucking with hip hop podcasts at first. They was only fucking with sports betting podcasts. DraftKings and all them. If you wasn't a sports podcast, you wasn't getting no goddamn sponsorship from no betting company. You know what I'm saying? When these niggas started off, they was getting sponsorships from Blue Chew. No, for real. They was getting sponsorships from Blue Chew and the local crash attorney from out the city, you know what I'm saying, who wanted to run and have you shot him out. That was it. You feel what I'm saying? He changed the game and made, you know what I'm saying, to where he's really laid down the blueprint. And this is why you see different podcasters from their own space, like Call Me White Girl, Mark Lamont Hill, Queen's Flip. This is why they all move over and try to get into his network space, because he's in a position no other podcast company is in. He is a true owner, top to bottom. Like he don't have
shareholder
to
in Patreon.
He don't have to subject himself to nothing that as far as the rules. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the difference between the deal that Charlamagne just did with iHeart.
Just finna ask that.
You know
What's
what
the
I'm saying?
difference
He did a $200 million deal, but his deal, give you a prime example. They just had to go, Netflix just gave them permission to start dropping clips of the Breakfast Club on YouTube again.
Yep. Because I've been seeing at the end, they've been like...
Everybody been, Charlamagne and them, they fucked up. Nigga, that wasn't Charlamagne deal. That was a Netflix iHeart deal.
But I think he just got a $250 million for Black Effect.
Black Effects Network is owned by iHeart.
Yeah.
Charlamagne is owned by iHeart. Hot 97, all that is owned by iHeart. Breakfast Club is owned by iHeart. iHeart went and did that deal. They went and did that deal. They letting Charlamagne be the face of it.
Be the face, yeah.
But iHeart did that deal. They didn't have no say-so on what they wanted to go over there or not. They didn't even have a say-so on if they can drop clips anymore or not.
Damn.
Netflix told their ass, no, you can't drop no clips. And they had to go back and let them know, look, man, look at the numbers. We tanking. We unlost damn near 200,000-300,000 listeners just by not dropping modern clips. Well, we told y'all can drop clips. Yeah, but we the Breakfast Club. People are used to us coming with the breaking news in the morning. They can find out the scoop from us. By the time they get to us, they done found out the scoop already.
And I agree with you on that, because even when you watch the clips, they always say, hey, man, you can catch us on Netflix. Like they're trying to promote, like, look, come watch us on Netflix, because they know the number has dropped since they did that deal.
Yeah.
That's why that Joe Budden deal, when people try to say Charlamagne had a better deal, it's like the $200 or $200 million deal, he's only getting a very small percentage of it. He doesn't own it.
And he has no control.
The visibility is down, where Joe Budden, he might have only made $20 million this year, but that $20 million is his to then divvy up between, business expenses, employees, et cetera. So he takes home way more. He takes home way more than Charlamagne the God.
No, Joe Budden, I think what they say? Joe Budden knocking down $12 million a month. Being in his position.
Joe going crazy.
Joe
going just off the Patreon. He going crazy.
He accidentally.
Yeah, I remember that.
He getting $12 million a month.
Accidentally showed how much he's making on the Patreon.
Being in his position, being in that ownership position, because he owns his IPI. He owns his IPI. So Joe Budden, he collects a check every time he uploads something on YouTube, not based on views. He collects a check for uploading on YouTube.
God damn, that's why you see clip.
It's a different ball.
He got that Kim K in them type of bag.
It's a different ball game when you are owner of your shit. When you own your IPI address, when you own your whole thing, it's a different ball game of negotiation. You know what I'm saying? When you go in there and you sit down with some of these companies. Because you see, he ain't never wanted to do a Twitch. You know what I'm saying? He ain't never wanted to do all that. Even when the big hype was what they was doing with live streaming. Everybody was doing live streaming. Live streaming is a new thing. You know what I'm saying? You got Kai Sanat. You got High Show Speed. Live streaming. You got to go live. I'm going to stay in my lane.
Mike, fool.
You don't necessarily have to connect with the youth. That's something that Joe Budden, even though he does connect with the youth, he preaches all the time about, like, I'm not getting into these young guys' lane. I'm going to stay over here pretty much doing my morning radio syndicated type of show, obviously with more of a network feel to it. But I think that's what's allowed him to be so successful is he's just, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
And he in a space by himself, bro.
Yeah.
Like everybody else, you got the demographic of people who focused on what's called the YNs. And then you have the demographic of the people who focus on the OGs. You feel what I'm saying? Joe Budden is tapping into that middle range. He's tapping into the
28 to like 40-year-olds.
The 28 to 40-year-olds. You know what I'm saying? Those who not interested in the things that the YNs is interested in, but we too young to be on this old people shit over here. You feel what I'm saying? We are the, you know what I'm saying? The you know what I would picture his demographic as? The type of demographic that hangs out at the black coffee shop. You feel what I'm saying? That's his demographic. That demographic of the educated people who got actual black people who got jobs. You feel what I'm saying?
Picking up their kids from school.
Yeah, black people who in that realm, black people who own their own businesses. You feel what I'm saying? His big fan base would be like a state like, you know, a Virginia, an Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Them would be like his target audience people.
He got the perfect target audience.
Yeah, he got the perfect, because everybody else neglects them.
Yeah, they either going super old or YN.
Everybody else neglects them. It's either super old, super YN, or you trying to pull somebody to some side of either a political spectrum or some other type of spectrum. See, he played the middle. I don't play the politics. You know what I'm saying? I'm not neither way, neither this the way, that way, this way, that way. You know what I'm saying? I stay in the middle, and I'm gonna deal with issues, and the way what he does a lot, he pods. You feel what I'm saying? So Joe Budden lies a lot on purpose. And he'll tell you, I'm podding. You know what I'm saying? That's what he called it. He podding right now. You know what I'm saying? But the lying is not for him to be right. The lying is to create the engagement. The lying is because he know that he has a certain amount of audience out there that's going to feel a certain way about what he's saying, and a certain way that's going to feel this way about what he's saying. So he going to lie like, oh yeah, I'm about this, I'm about that, knowing damn well, you feel what I'm saying? That's
now they in the comments, and then the engagement.
Now the engagement done went up. You know what I'm saying? Now he tells you, you know what? We'll talk about the rest of this on Patreon.
Nigga, run over there. Okay, let me see what the fuck he's saying.
And now you got them all on Patreon trying to figure out, let me figure out how the rest of this conversation go. Let me figure out how this goes. You know what I'm saying? And again, when you are an owner, you have the ability to maneuver like that. When you're not an owner, you usually are basing it off how somebody else is telling you to conduct your shit. You know what I'm saying? See, like y'all independent right now. You feel what I'm saying? You go over to iHeartRadio, you know what I'm saying? There still might be some independence, but you're not 100% independent. iHeartRadio gonna have certain things that they're gonna tell you. You know what I'm saying? They don't want these certain books in here that we want out. You know what I'm saying? They do all shit like that. Certain books in here we want out. We want to change this. We want to do this. And listen, about this subject matter here and this, how we can't talk about this. You know what I'm saying? Like if we was with iHeartRadio, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times that machine want to know what you're gonna talk about before you talk about it. Do you think? And then they're gonna tell you, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you know that thing y'all was gonna talk about with Kanye West? You know, why don't y'all just skip over that for the day? You know, the whole little thing about, just skip over that for the day. Find something else. Just go around that. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, have a good show.
Do you think even though he's got to a point, if he was able to do that by himself, but he still understands the game and that's why he capped? Because like, do people get to that level and still remain solid? Because it seemed like everybody that get to these points, they be capping. Like, so by him capping necessarily, like, you're not a real threat.
No, it depends on what you capping about and what you being solid about. You feel what I'm saying? So that depends on what particular subject matter would you be talking about in order for a motherfucker to, you know what I'm saying, hit you with some cap or be solid about it.
So like the shit Fat Joe do, he purposely watching the engagement. Let me put on some extras. Now we call him Cap Joe, but the engagement is, this nigga lying. All that's on purpose.
All that's on purpose. All that's on purpose. That's all
his niche.
That's his niche. That's feeding into the machine. You got to find your niche to feed that machine that way. You know what I'm saying? Oh, everybody think I'm capping. I'm really finna go extravagant with the story.
Might as well, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know why? Because everybody want to tune in to hear me lie now. Because people have said I'm lying. Now everybody want to tune in to hear me lie.
What he gonna lie about this week?
Because you know what the fact of the matter is? People love a lie way more than they love the truth.
On God. A lie is way more entertaining. Yeah. So let me ask this. Can you make it to those top slots, keeping it all the way thorough and 100% honest all the way to the top?
Yep. Yep. Once they see, here's the thing about it. You can't feel that everybody that's in the entertainment business is fuckboys. You feel what I'm saying? There's some solid motherfuckers in the industry. There's some solid motherfuckers that's working at these companies. You feel what I'm saying? So there's some solid motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying, who will do solid business with you. There's some solid people who will say, you know, nah, bro, you know, do your thing, man. I ain't gonna, you know. Y'all had that brother-to-brother conversation, you know what I'm saying, outside the office.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
You know how they said skip the Kanye topic today. But what if you like, hold on, bro, that our audience want to hear us talk about Kanye, we finna keep it real. And they like, nah, skip that topic. Now are you at a crossroad?
Now you at a crossroad and you say, well, nah, man, we want to talk about you know what? No, yeah, that's you guys. Go ahead. It's your show. It's your show. Guarantee you when contract renewal come around, you're not getting no renewed contract.
So basically, you gotta take the hint. You gotta make that
know. If you're gonna push the line that you really want to do that, they're going to lie. They're not gonna stand up and say, no, hell no, you're not gonna do that. They're gonna eventually say, okay, go ahead.
They're not arguing with you, they pressing buttons.
And then next they had as soon as they said go ahead, they had it made up in their mind that it's a wrap for you. Damn. It's a wrap me doing business with you. That's a wrap.
So you have to keep it real within the boundaries of what they allow you to keep it real with.
Yep. Because here the thing is too. It's just certain things you don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen a lot of people do this, jump off a cliff for no reason.
Elaborate.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you arguing a point and you trying to push a line that has no beneficial end. There's no real ends to the means. You know what I'm saying? Like, you standing on principle, you standing on business, you standing on what you believe, but what's the end game? You know what I'm saying? Where is that standing on that gonna leave you in the end game? You know what I'm saying? Is that end game or that decision that you make gonna change the dynamic of you being able to take care of your kids, pay your bills, pay your rent, and continue living? You know what I'm saying? And then when you have that type of decision to make on the line, then you go back and look at the point you're trying to make. And now you decide whether that point is that important to lose that. And a lot of times people find that the point I was finna make anyway really wasn't that serious.
I feel like you talking to me right now.
You feel what I'm saying?
Say shit I be telling you. Say shit I be telling you.
I'm telling you, bro, you gonna get to the machine. Yeah. About you can't talk about it. All right, have a great show.
No, Ryan gonna say, nigga, the people want to hear, nigga.
Nah, you know
but he talking directly to me right now.
But that's why there's things, that's why there's things like Patreon. You know what I'm saying? They allow you to do things like a Patreon. Okay, do this. Now you want to go be you all the way?
Go to Patreon with that.
Yeah, go to Patreon or go make another means. You know what I'm saying? But over here, we need you to
stay in this guideline.
We need you to stay in this guideline. Because it's not just about your check. It's about my check and the check of everybody in here that keeps the lights on and keeps this machine running. And we don't need Tide saying they're not fucking with us no more. You know what I'm saying? We don't need Pepsi calling up saying we ain't fucking with you no more because of something that nigga over there said about the small hats.
So morally, you're at a point where am I really gonna keeping it real or keeping the lights on? Do we want to keep this business going? Or are we just gonna go keep it so the way true that we go just crash out? Now, that's when you start having those.
What type of situations do most motherfuckers come across where you have that decision on whether a motherfucker gonna keep it real or not? Let me give you a prime example.
Sexuality.
Let me give you a prime example. I've been in the industry 31 years, bro. I have all this shit niggas be talking about. I ain't seen none of it. I done been to Grammy parties. I done played basketball with Will Smith at the Warner Brothers studio. That nigga whooped the fuck out of my ass when I came up with the concept for the Just the Two of Us song that Warren G produced.
Okay,
you feel what I'm saying? Like I said, Lamont Dozier, I'm in the industry. I'm not on the outside looking in. I'm in there. Never once have I ever been approached about a party. Never once have I been approached about anything outside. Let me just tell you something, bro. A motherfucker look at your character and they know how you get down and they know who to approach with that shit. You know what I'm saying? They see something bitch made in you anyway in order for them to come at you like that. They see something weird in your character and your behavior in order for them to even come at you like that. Because in 31, going on 32 years, I have never been nowhere approached, and I done been to numerous parties You know what I'm saying? Like from Russell Simmons' birthday party in Miami, like I done been around some of these. I was in the studio session with Total recorded Can't You See?
Damn.
I was right there when Puffy was talking to him crazy. C-Night threw up in the studio. We were smoking so many fucking Optimals. We wasn't on Optimals back then. And Biggie had ordered Optimals and we rolled up so many Optimals. C-Night ended up throwing up right in the studio. We was there. You know what I'm saying? Been around that. He might have had a party after that. We didn't get invited to the party. We didn't get no invite. You feel what I'm saying? Because they know who they can approach with that shit. They know who they can play with.
You already giving signals.
Yeah, you giving signals. You giving signals in your conversation, the way you walk, your behavior.
Mannerism.
You know what I'm saying? Your mannerism. We came off in the game. Our thing was, even if you look on the inside of our album cover, we put it on the inside of our album cover in the credits, don't diss us. We're not battle rap. You diss us, we're gonna find you at an award show or something like that, and we're gonna talk about it.
So you ain't doing no rap beef?
Nah.
No, they don't do rap beef. I ain't mad at that.
Because
talked about that shit.
It goes too far.
Man.
It goes too far. You're not finna say nothing about moms. You're not finna say nothing about kids. Some of the shit that niggas be saying in these rap battles, I'ma down you, my nigga. We ain't even finna no fire on when we talking, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'ma accept that, nigga. And you know what I'm saying?
You got it.
You gonna make headlines. You gonna make headlines. You gonna make headlines. Week later, you know what I'm saying? Such and such, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like you crossing certain boundaries. So I have never been into that. That has never been a Dove Shack thing. We did it in Long Beach. Now when we came up in Long Beach, that's how we got our reputation. We was battling the Twins. We battled Radio and all them. You know what I'm saying? TFA. You know what I'm saying? That was different. We all from Long Beach. We all went to elementary school together. We all friends.
Niggas know each other.
We all know the boundaries
Exactly.
of the way you talk to a nigga in the hood. You know what I'm saying? When you look at some of these rap battles and what they be doing, you know what I'm saying? And the way they be talking to a motherfucker and the way they be like, the disrespect is like, it turned into something to where it's not about the lyrics, it's about the disrespect. And that switched, and that's what made us not want to do it, because it switched way back with LL Cool J. When LL Cool J was disrespecting Ice-T wife, talking about taking a picture of her and wiping his ass with it while he taking the shit. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of niggas felt that was too far. That's why they socked LL out when he came out here, that World on Wheels. They socked him out and took his chain. You know what I'm saying? Like, my nigga, you can't be, niggas out here don't talk like that, my nigga. You can't be talking no crazy.
What,
You finna do what?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
What is you
You know what I'm
talking
saying?
about?
What is you talking about? You better leave that to, I'm the devastating MC and I crush you, I crush your mic skills.
So you in agreement with Jay-Z, because Jay-Z said he used to fuck with the battle rap part of rap, but with social media being included in it, people starting to want to destroy your real life, going after your family, posting your daughter or your wife in the Reddit, and it's going past the songs. To these niggas, is really trying to destroy your real life. So he said, maybe we might got to exclude that out of hip hop. What you think about that?
Not to be excluded out of hip hop, because it's the basis of hip hop. Crews battling each other. When you niggas didn't break dance in unisons, my crew battled your crew to see who was the tightest break dancer. When I struck up on the wall, when I hit my graffiti, I wasn't inviting you over to add your piece to my graffiti. My graffiti is to outdo your graffiti. My rhymes is to outdo your rhymes. My beats is to outdo your beats. My scratching, you know what I'm saying? When DJs used to be the head forefront, you know what I'm saying? Cut creator, motherfuckers was bragging about their DJ, that my DJ is better than your DJ. This has always been based on competition. You know what I'm saying? Dance off of whatever it is. The fact that people have blurred the lines between entertainment, music, and real life, he's one to talk. You know what I'm saying? I respect Hov to the fullest, but you're one to talk. You took it, you and your Nas beef, y'all was some of the first ones. You took it personal.
Yeah, you did.
Y'all didn't just keep it on wax. Y'all started taking personal shots at each other on some personal shit. So y'all really ushered in the new era of that, because before that Jay-Z and Nas rap beef, who was really rap beefing?
Pac and Biggie though was.
You know what I'm saying? That was, but think of the time period that went between Pac and Biggie. Pac and Biggie died in 96.
Was it
97.
Cuban Easy?
You know
No,
what
that
I'm
was
saying?
before that,
That was
though.
before that.
Before that.
But
you know what I'm saying?
that was the big beef though, right after Pac and Biggie.
Yeah, it was
like the early
Jay-Z. It
2000s.
was Jay-Z and Nas. And Jay-Z and Nas shit started off as some hip-hop shit, but then as it went to the Hot 97 and all that, it started getting more personal.
That's kind of
And then
baby seat.
that's when they decided, you know what, this is going too far, let's just stop this. But y'all done already exposed the too farness to the fans and the public.
Bo,
So now the younger generation is just Like I gotta outdo the next nigga. So I'm not just gonna dish you on record, or I'm not gonna dish your rap skills, I'm gonna dish your hood. Oh, well, I gotta take it further than that nigga. I'm not just gonna diss that nigga hood, I'm gonna diss his dead homies. Oh, I'm gonna take it a little bit further. I'm not just gonna diss his dead homie, I'm gonna go to the grave site and disrespect the grave. Oh, I'm gonna take it a little bit further than just going to disrespect it. I'm gonna disrespect the dead nigga's mama. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm gonna sit to the point I'm sitting here threatening the nigga mama, like the stuff that was happening with Duck's mama.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
FPG Duck.
It's no boundaries to it. So in that sense, I think it's bad. But if you're talking about a hip hop battle, you know what I'm saying, with two motherfuckers that actually know how to rap, is battling against each other, and it's about the lyrics and all that stuff, I can ride with that. Besides, again, trying to take it personal and trying to see who can be the most disrespectful. It used to be I can out-rhyme you. Now it's on some female shit. I can be more disrespectful than you. That's how bitch act. You call a bitch, she gonna try to figure out something worse to hit you with.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? That's how they all get down. And that's what a lot of niggas is working in. They working in that emotional female ass space. You feel what I'm saying? Oh, you said this about, let me figure out how I can go a little bit worse than that. How I can be a little bit more evil. How I can be a little bit more wicked than that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna go all the way to the point to where I'm gonna do something that costs me my life, or cost somebody else their life, or cost a motherfucker their freedom. All in the name of, we had a rap battle. You know what I'm saying?
But let me ask you this though, because coming from the West Coast, a lot of our biggest stars from out here had beef, and it kind of propelled us once we do that. So how can we say we want that out of our culture when most of our biggest stars from out here had beef, and we love they beef records? From Ice, from Eazy-E,
Quick,
Cube,
Pop,
Snoop,
Game.
everybody that's been from out here had a beef with somebody, and that's really propelled. Kendrick right now with Drake. What I'm saying is,
see, but all them, and please, nobody take this as disrespectful, but all of the people that you name, when you say those names,
they all had hit records when they did.
But
Corrupt.
I picture them all as nobody who's gonna cross that line. You feel what I'm saying?
Somebody got unalive with Game, though.
And take it to the other side. I mean, even with Game, you know what I'm saying? Game is not dumb. You feel what I'm saying? Game may be but Game is far from dumb. Game is not finna go out here be busting and doing a lot of the, you know what I'm saying? So, and that's what I mean by that. Everybody you name know they boundaries, and they gonna stay within those boundaries. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is intelligent enough to know that it's this side of the game, and then it's that side.
But they got cats in that circle.
But he said, are you getting like the participants know this is just on the wax?
We keeping this here.
Yeah.
Ain't
no
nobody,
matter how far
nobody
we get.
going up, no matter what it is, nobody you name do I feel gonna go grab a burner and go out busting. That's just, I'm just keeping it 1,000 wild, bro. I'm keeping it 1,000 wild. And all them niggas is my niggas. I fucks with all of them. You know what I'm saying? And I'm
even when the West Side Connection was going at it with, because they was
hold on.
Nobody is finna go grab a pistol and bust on nothing. Nobody.
Game to punch a few niggas out.
That's totally different than grabbing a burner and busting on it. I'm not finna grab a burner and go bust on no nigga. For dissing me in no goddamn song. You really think I'm finna throw my whole life away because you said something in the song?
But I think Game
what I'm gonna do.
Didn't Game lose one of his boys at Hot 97?
He did between him and
he got shot, he didn't die.
But regardless of that, again, see, you talking about crews and you talk about the people around, motherfuckers.
Not the main hit.
Not the main motherfuckers. It's always the people around.
Entourage,
you see what just happened, what's going on with the Draco type thing. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's people around. It's usually the motherfuckers around, which is why niggas keep those type of niggas around. But them niggas themselves, it's not doing that. And they not going there with that because in the end, whatever you said, is it worth my freedom? Is it worth me not being able to take care of my kids no more? Is it worth whatever the fuck finna happen this Buck Rogers date that I'm finna get? You know what I'm saying? Or am I gonna try to live up to the hype and, you know what I'm saying, end up finesse 2 times?
Okay, so being in the industry.
2 times, what's his name? Casanova 2 times.
Casanova, yeah, he cooked. Feds.
You feel what I'm saying? Like you gotta know those. And I recall what Dr. Dre said back in the movie The Show. And for y'all who haven't seen the movie The Show, y'all should go back and watch this movie because Dr. Dre had said some of the realest shit that he said back then. Dr. Dre basically admitted that his whole image was an act. He said it on camera. The whole gangster shit, the whole NWA, all that shit is an act.
Well, didn't Easy
You know what I'm saying?
said that in
He's an entertainer. He said it in the thing. He was like, I'm an entertainer. He was like, I would be a damn fool if I'm really out here living what the fuck I'm rapping about. That'll make me stupid as a grown-ass man. And he said it way back then in 1995, 96. And a lot of these people want to follow thinking that this would impress a person like a Dr. Dre or a Snoop Dogg. If I go super gangster, I do this. This might impress one of these persons, I think, as this way. Not realizing them people is smart enough to not even be doing that themselves. You know what I'm saying? So they definitely not finna be impressed by you doing it.
You running the money off, basically.
You running the money.
But it's crazy.
You running the money off the shit you sold me, had me believing you was doing it. You was part of the problem.
When me and Pac got into it in the House of Blues, okay? This was at the premiere.
Hold on, you and Pac got into it?
Yeah, this at the premiere of the movie, I think it was Walking Dead. It was either Walking Dead or Jason's Lyric. But this is the night the Dog Pound and Dre and them, they had just finished doing What Would You Do? That night they had recorded What Would You Do? And I think Dre had put a mix on it.
And that's a diss song, bros.
Yeah, so I meet up with them at the House of Blues because Dre was going to the House of Blues to premiere and play What Would You Do? You feel what I'm saying? So all the Dog Pound, Style, Lil Style, Sean Dog, it's a gang of homies there. Pop there, Jada there, the whole thug. He wasn't Thug Life then. He was Thug Life, not Outlaws. So he had the couple of niggas from IVC with him, a couple of niggas from 40s. You know what I'm saying? Because the Thug Life niggas was Crip niggas. You know what I'm saying? And back during this time period, Pac was claiming to be a Crip. Pac was cousin. He was on his Crip shit.
Damn.
Hold on, Pac first.
He claiming neighborhood, Ivy.
Hold on. Keep landing the story,
Okay,
kid.
so listen, yeah. So Pac at this time is on his Crip shit. You feel what I'm saying? Because of the homies from IVC, Big Psych, and all them, right? So something happened at the House of Blues, you know what I'm saying, with some of the homies and whatnot, and Jada Pinkett. You know what I'm saying? So
Jada.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So the shit,
joke now.
Yeah, the shit end up rolling over to upstairs in the little VIP lounge area where the restaurant area is, and Pac come up there, and Pac is on some rah-rah shit. Nigga, whoa, cut. And then the other motherfucker, so even though I'm lightweight, the culprit behind the bullshit, I'm sitting over there like, I don't know what y'all talking about. Pac steady talking crazy though. And he talking crazy like to the homie Sean Dog. And I could tell Sean Dog want to fuck him up. You know what I'm saying? I could tell Sean Dog. I'm talking about Sean Dog from Insane. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I could tell Sean Dog want to bust his ass. But Dr. Dre there, this is, you know what I'm saying? This is the beginning of the whole death row thing. You're not finna fuck yourself off, nor fuck the situation off for the homies. You know what I'm saying? You around Dr. Dre. So, and everybody know Dr. Dre like the So he's sitting there, nigga, and I eventually it just made me mad. I just turned around. Nigga, you ain't the only motherfucking Crip up in this motherfucker. Nigga, shut the fuck up, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I just flipped on him. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas want to turn up in this motherfucker, nigga. We can turn this whole motherfucker up. What the fuck niggas talking about, nigga? What niggas talking? I turn around, look.
Hold on. Rewind that first though. What did Pac do? What did Pac do? Pac turned down?
No, he didn't turn down. He wasn't. I'm not gonna sit here and put that on him like he was on some turn down soft shit. He was doing a lot of talking, but he was doing the type of talking to where niggas in between you. That type of shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Did he come in there?
Because it eventually went to the point to where, you know what, nigga, I'm in the parking lot, my nigga. I'm in the parking lot, nigga. I'll be by the door. Nigga, ain't nobody coming up. Nigga, you niggas gotta walk by me, nigga, to get to the parking lot, my nigga. We finna holler, my nigga. We finna holler. You know what I'm saying? And he chose to take another route. You feel what I'm saying?
He turned it down.
Yeah,
he turned it down. Turned MOB. That's what he did.
I ain't fucking with the Crips here. Chris be doing too much.
Tupac turned down Bo Rock Fade?
No, I'm not gonna even say it. I'm not gonna even say it like that. I'm just saying none of them chose to come out that particular door.
Bo Rock, it's okay. You made Pac turn MOB. Bo Rock made Pac shirt, MOB Pyro. That's my nigga right
Pac said, I ain't fucking with the Crips. They probably thinking too much. Hold on. So, and then on top of that, so you said Drake put on the Jets immediately?
Oh, let me
Because the
tell you something.
NWA movie, Dre was socking shit out at the studio.
Let me tell you something. Dre is 1,000% business. Okay?
For sure.
1,000% business. The only time Dre is not business is when Dre is somewhere personal.
Okay.
But if it has anything to do with anything outside of Dre is 100% business. Period, point blank. Not no softness about it, not no squareness about it, not no nothing. I'm about my business and my money. You know what I'm saying? I am especially on that level, when you have got to the position to where you have the respect of all the small hats. You on that level. You on that level.
So he's protecting his
Wait, but not just in entertainment either. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying? You got to remember his thing with Beats was a collaboration with Monster. That was a collaboration with Monster Cables. You feel what I'm saying? Like he got other type of door. Then they turn around and did the Apple deal. Like Dre is on a whole different level of the respect and the love that he has outside of the hip hop community.
Him just as a person.
You feel what I'm saying? And the only way he has earned that is by doing what I say he do. Oh, y'all, I'm out of here. I ain't with that.
So the whole time,
y'all on that bullshit?
So niggas looking at the image thinking, okay, we got to really be that. That's going to get us in the door. The ones that's really in the door is looking at them like, nah, them
You
niggas
niggas
tripping.
is idiots. Like you never really gonna get in the door.
Damn.
They only gonna let you in the door so far so they can make sure you go to jail or dead and they can collect on that insurance policy on you.
So the niggas, so the niggas that's already really like that basically had to get to a point where you have to transition.
Yep.
So basically, like that's why Jay understood that, and people like Beans had to start distancing himself from.
Yep, that's exactly why. That's exactly why. Those who do not know how to differentiate the difference between.
I can respect that.
You know
You
what I'm
gotta
saying?
adapt of when you
have
get
to-
it.
It's real and content. Like, nigga, it's content.
It's real and it's content. It's entertainment, and then it's real life. You feel what I'm saying? And you trying to bring your real life over into entertainment, it's not gonna work. You could take your entertainment over into your real life, and it'll work great for you. It will work wonders for you. If you take entertainment into your real life, it will work wonders for you. It will put you in mansions. It will put you on vacations. It will put you in a whole lot of other spaces you did not know you could be in. If you bring your personal over into the entertainment and you not putting it on a script or it's not going in a song, you're gonna have a problem. Period.
Hey, I feel like Bo Rock was sent to talk to us, cuz I feel like somebody
he dropped
tapped Bo Rock on his shoulder like, hey, go holler at the Broadway niggas. Them niggas tripping.
Because I'm gonna say this, Bo Rock, he be having so many beefs. Like I'll come on and we beefing with so and so, and I'm all like, bruh.
'Cause he's saying everything that I ain't gonna say that we do, but I already looked at some of the stuff that way. But it's just like now you looking at it like the internet is the internet. No, that's why some people don't care how they act on the internet. They entertaining in their mind.
Nah, cause
of
we was real big on keep it real 100%. Like fuck all that content shit. And you like, hold on, y'all niggas tripping, nigga.
Yeah,
But,
you gotta-
but I got the
listen,
mindset
listen.
like you said, though. I don't
Always-
want to do the beef.
Always
Like,
remember before there was that, whether it's content, whether it's music, whether it's movies, whether it's television, or whether it's a book, remember always it's entertainment. I wouldn't give a fuck if a person read your autobiography. They reading it for their entertainment purposes. You feel what I'm saying? They watching your TV or your podcast for their entertainment. They're listening to your song for their entertainment. They're watching that movie or ordering that or streaming that for their entertainment. Don't let your demise be somebody else's entertainment.
That's right.
That's a
Because
bar.
That's a bar.
Yeah.
That's when you really look dumb. When you let your demise become somebody else's entertainment.
I like that.
This is all entertainment. You feel what I'm saying? And people got to learn to make the distinction between that. You feel what I'm saying? There's a certain way you conduct yourself when you're in an entertainment. And I tell people like this all the time. Just picture yourself going to court Picture yourself getting pulled over by the police. You don't talk the same way as you do when you sitting amongst the homies.
Don't.
You know how to make a difference then.
Job interview as well.
Job interview and all that.
Code switch real fast.
So when you come into but I think the lines get blurred because you're in entertainment, you don't got to wear a uniform. You know what I'm saying? You get to be who you are. You get to go to the studio. You still get to smoke weed. You still get to drink. You still get to fuck with the bitches and do all the stuff that you would like a regular person. And that tends to blur the line that this is an entertainment business.
Exactly.
And it's entertainment. So whatever you doing on this side, it should be for the people's entertainment, but it should be it should serve a purpose of benefiting you in a positive manner, in a manner that you want it to benefit you. You feel what I'm saying? If what you are doing is closing doors on you, if what you are doing is making people not want to pick up the phone and call you, you feel what I'm saying? Then a lot of times it's your personal opinion, your personal attitude, your personal emotions that are coming into the entertainment space that is creating that problem.
All right. What you just said was cool as a grown man, but as a child, if somebody would have told me that, I would have been way calmer because a lot of the music that was produced by the G-Funk era and that gangster rap era, it was entertainment. But for me, it was a lifestyle because this is what I'm believing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So at some point, when do we as, let's just say the black culture, how do we police it to let them know this is just entertainment?
I think,
because I was going to say, like, we need this, because what you just did was, you made me kind of go back to my childhood and be like, man, they're just in, like, Dr. Dre, I would never believe that if I was like 11 years old, what you just said about Dre. I'm like, nah, Dre, gangster, woo, woo, woo. But now that you're saying that this is entertainment, how do we police that to let them know, like, this is just entertainment, this is not how we really are?
Or do they need to be held accountable for selling us false images that we really believe in?
Okay, wait, let me clear something. First of all, when you say gangster, okay? Gangster doesn't always fall in the category of violence, negativity, or ignorance. Okay?
Well, I'm talking about the gangster that rapper I grew up listening to.
No, I'm
like
talking,
somebody banging a set.
Yeah, but when you say, I
like
thought
banging on wax.
I thought Dre was a gangster.
Well, I'm gonna say, let me go back to banging on wax.
I'm just gonna clarify that. When you say
land.
I thought Dre was a gangster.
All right.
Dre is a gangster. You know why? Because he was gangster enough to say, fuck what anybody else think. Fuck what's going on over here. Fuck that shit. I'm gonna handle my business over this way and I'm gonna handle my business this way.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? And I'm gonna do it without not caring what nobody else think or what nobody else got to say. Even when I had problems from the government. You feel what I'm saying? Think about that, my nigga. Dre and them had the government on their ass. The FBI, CIA, they was getting arrested at shows. You know what I'm saying? And the whole time you playing an image, you going through this for an image, and that's not really you, according to what you're saying. You feel what I'm saying? But in order to still go through it, it took what? Heart. It took perseverance. It took you standing on your own principles, you know what I'm saying, and not being soft about the situation. To me, that's gangster.
But I think
to me, that's gangster. Gangster don't always fall under the category of violence. There's some prominent gangsters in this world, prominent, especially when it comes to shit like Italian mob and all that, who have never committed a violent act themselves ever. Now, not to say they ain't called none, but they ain't never committed a violent act themselves ever. Yeah, I done ran across some in prison. I did 10 years in prison, bro. And I done got into some situations to where some motherfuckers who, you know what I'm saying, and now it's one-on-one, oh, you low-key soft.
Yeah, you a bitch.
Yeah.
You got the muscle around you, but you
got
not
the muscle
that.
around you, but you not really like that. You low-key soft. Okay, my nigga, okay. But you had the smarts and resolve enough to, you know what I'm saying, to handle that. Now, when it comes to our community, a lot of black people gonna be mad at me. A lot of people gonna be mad at me. Everybody ain't meant to be saved. Everybody can't be saved. You feel what I'm saying? I don't want everybody to be saved. I don't. You know what I'm saying? I need the world to have balance, man. You know what I'm saying? A battery can't operate with two positive sides. Life don't operate with too much positivity. Life has to have a balance of positivity and negativity in order for there even to be an existence.
The law of polarity.
You feel what I'm saying? In order for there to be an existence, you know what I'm saying? So we need that balance. If I'm not able to, if I have nothing to compare to, then I know if I can't say, oh, I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I don't like that. You feel what I'm saying?
So we need some niggas fucked off to be niggas.
Nah, I get that. But on a greater scale, you also don't have to sell yourself as something when you got these kids. The same way people are mad that when they putting this PDF stuff on these kids in school, you shouldn't be mad. You should say it's just entertainment. It's a book. So you shouldn't be mad when you rapping about something.
Violence.
Or violence, and these kids that's easily influenced are following you. You ain't, why not sell that image? Why not just be a different type of entertainment?
Where do we draw the line?
Yeah.
I don't believe as a father, okay, of 5 kids, okay, and 2 grandkids. I did an experiment myself based off something that I seen, okay? So let me clarify. I do not believe in no way, shape, form, or fashion that hip-hop or hip-hop music has a major influence on the violence that happens in our community.
I agree.
Nope. And let me tell you why. Because at being 53 years old, I jumped off the porch at 12. You feel what I'm saying? That's when I ran away from home, you know what I'm saying? And started just being in the streets, being up under Big Cup and Catman and just being in the streets. You know what I'm saying? At this time, this is when Rick Dogg and and Cup was like best friends. Them niggas tattooed each other's name on each other. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
This is how niggas was on some gang bang shit. You know what I'm saying? And so when you talk about that time period, you know what I'm saying? When it was really going down, outside of Colors, there was no gangbanging songs, bro. Niggas was busting the Stetsasonic. Some
Right,
people
they'll find
back in the 70s.
Niggas got the oldies. Yeah.
Silent walk. Niggas was busting to the Vapors. Boom, 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 boom. And I'm talking about this is at the height of gangbanging. There was no gangbanging soundtrack for niggas to put in work to. So I don't know why they have this impression that, have we forgot about mafia movies? Have we forgot about the influence of movies and television and violence in television and movies? The visual violence impresses a person way more than just hearing violence. A visual of violence is much more impressionable than just hearing it. It's the visuals. The visuals make you want to mimic. You seeing it makes you want to mimic it. You feel what I'm saying? Now, to the point of our community and our community following in the trends of violence, I believe now in hip hop, I don't think it's because of just rap music. I think it's because niggas is taking it personal. I'm dissing your hood. I'm dissing your dead homies. I'm dissing your moms. You feel what I'm saying? That's not just rap. You feel what I'm saying? Now it's become more of a situation of trying to invoke the violence out of you. I'm trying to provoke you. You feel what I'm saying? And so if I'm listening to a Dirk or Duck or one of these cats, and I'm from Chirac, and I listen to Dirk, I listen to a lot of these cats, a lot of times they talking about instances.
Yeah,
They
real
talking
life
about
events.
incidents. They talking about distinct people, distinct places. And so that in turns will bring a response. 9 times out of 10, a violent response. But you look at Quick and MC8. This nigga's like, nigga, you ain't a G because the A and just dissing back and forth. But it never went to that point. It never went to where it got dragged into the trag news and the treetops, going all out super war to where that made the headlines behind what Quick and 8 was doing. You feel what I'm saying? You know why? Because when it came to the real niggas that was on the block, they was able to make that discernment. Oh, them niggas over there they on that rap shit.
Yeah, but see, social media blurred the lines of that.
Exactly.
I think that's what changed. Is this generation we seeing people getting record deals for doing that. So I'm gonna mimic that. I'm gonna start doing drills. I'm
Oh,
gonna start rapping
I'm
about
gonna tell
it.
y'all an inside secret from
You
being
know
on
what
the
I'm saying?
inside of the industry. The reason they want to give y'all a record deal like that and shout out, you know what I'm saying, to my boy Yuckmouth from the Loonies, you know what I'm saying? Same thing that what's the name tried to do to him, Rap-A-Lot tried to do to him. A lot of these niggas don't know they signing contracts with life insurance policies in them.
Yeah, we talked
Yeah.
about that. Yeah.
They signing contracts with life insurance policies on them. So I want you to drop a record and crash out. That's what I need you to do.
What's that
'Cause
record
not
company?
only-
It was like 10
not-
rappers.
No, see, because listen. No, that's they investigating them right now.
Yeah, they investigation.
Vaughn, all them niggas.
Vaughn,
was
and they all had the star ring.
Yeah, they investigating them right now.
Yup.
Koch. You know what I'm saying? They was all signed to Koch.
It wasn't Gang with Koch.
A lot of people was with Koch.
Was it Koch or was it like not Amalgam Digital? That was way back in Max
No,
B days.
I believe it was Koch. But I just actually seen an article the other day that the feds is launching an investigation.
Yeah, because it was
on the
too many
label.
artists getting off, and then they all had insurance policies. I think Mo3 was on there, Vaughn.
Yeah,
It was a gang of
Hold on,
niggas.
See, but Jim Jones was on there and a couple other motherfuckers who didn't die. You feel what I'm saying? Now, here's the thing about it. Like in the case of when you look at some of these cats who got killed, you know, where does the responsibility lie on themselves versus trying to blame hip hop, versus trying to blame the record companies, versus trying to blame anybody else? When are we going to have these people who are involved in these actions or who succumb to these actions? When are we going to hold them accountable for their actions alone? You feel what I'm saying? Because a lot of times it's usually family members. It's usually family members because of social media. You know how you go to the funeral
Oh, he was
and
a
the
good
preacher,
kid.
the preacher always say, "Oh, he was a good kid," and he didn't.
No, he was killing niggas.
Yeah, you up here lying like a motherfucker. You talking about when that nigga was a baby?
That nigga got 11 hats, nigga.
He was a good nigga though.
was
You know what I'm
Lil Jeff,
saying?
nigga out here off and shit.
You have the same thing. You have people, family members who rest in peace or whatever case. They immediately take to social media.
Yep.
They immediately take to social media and involve and start engaging. And a lot of times it's fuel poured onto the fire. I know when in the Vaughn situation, it had a lot to do with the sister, to where the fuel got poured on the fire afterwards. You feel what I'm saying? Like afterwards it went because other people got involved, you know what I'm saying, and added fuel to that fire. But if you as a young person listening to music and you are influenced to go out there and throw your life away or that based on the music, you stupid as fuck and more power to you. Bye.
Hey, look.
Now we can say that.
No, real talk.
I know
Because
what you said.
them are the people. The people who can be influenced by that are the people I'm scared to get reparations. I swear to God. It's them motherfuckers.
Hold on, a rapper can make you crash out. You don't need no money.
If you can be influenced by a nigga on a rap song to go fuck your life off or take another life, you don't need fucking reparations.
I'm gonna say this. Only reason why I say I agree with you with that now is because of the age of information. But I'm gonna say when I was growing up in the 90s, it wasn't that accessible.
So that's why I think
and that's
the older generations do need to take some accountability.
and that's why I was trying to get at Kali where
It's full-
it was
it's all connected. It's all connected.
Niggas get rich and like, well, it was entertainment. Hold on, nigga. You was telling me this shit was
out of
real,
touch.
nigga.
Now you out of touch with it.
It's
Wait a
all
minute.
connected because without any of the shit happening in the 80s and the 90s, we don't get to where we are now where things become what they are. So I think it's all a circle of life. Like it started here and it's progressed into what it is now. I think until older generations in hip hop take accountability, like we talked about Jay-Z, you know, his implementation and battle
Shaq.
rap and rap beef.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
we was on some bullshit too.
So I think a lot of older cats can say, hey, we maybe were off, or maybe some of the information we got from some of the big homies was off, whatever it was, and maybe steer kids a different way than just saying what a lot of people say, which is like, well, nowadays it's fucked up, but how did we get there?
Because it started
You know what
from
I mean?
back then in the 90s. Because even with the world permit, he just said he was 8. When they, what would you do? It was a song, it was a verse. Fuck BG Knockout and every nigga down with him. Mind you, I'm a kid and I'm up here. Yeah, fuck BG Knockout, but not long ago. I was singing BG Knockout when he was dissing Dre and them. Like it was a whole big circle of everybody dissing everybody. And this is what I grew up listening
They
to.
definitely got to take accountability or get to the point where just say, I didn't give a fuck about none of y'all. I was getting my money.
No,
Let me
you
finish
can't-
my point. Let me tell you why. Because you saying it's entertainment.
The NBA is entertainment. How many people wanted to be like Mike? And the people that wanted to be like Mike had to go to practice and do everything that they thought Mike did. So if you wanted to be one of these gangster rappers and say, oh, you just not influenced by that, and I'm not saying you have to have a strong mind to not be influenced, but a lot of niggas that's already living that are not influenced. But then you get these white boys and we see these, while the culture is in Asia, and these niggas want to be Crips or anything else because of what they're seeing, like you said, and what they hearing. So if a nigga claiming he got bodies and people are confirming it, even lying for him or shit like that, and the nigga going there, and then now the kid is thinking, well, for me to be this person, I gotta catch a body.
That's how Little Jeff was invented, right? He wanted to be the next Bond.
But check this out though. I'm speaking from a personal perspective and a perspective of being in the studio with, you know what I'm saying, motherfuckers dropping gangster rap and gangster songs. You know what I'm saying? Let me give you a prime example. We got a commercial on our album, Def Shack album, called The Train. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where we pretend like, you know what I'm saying, like the homie digging his broad out and then
Y'all flipped her.
Yeah, he creeped out the room and then Two Scoop creep in there, but she don't know it's Two Scoop and that. Nigga, I've never ran a train in my life. You know what I'm saying? Never in my life. My opinion has always been, nigga, if you in the same room with another nigga and your dick hard, nigga, you homo. Bottom line, I don't give a fuck how much pussy laid on the table, nigga. Nigga, you got your dick in your hand, nigga, while I'm in the room, nigga. No. You feel what I'm saying? But we put that on the album. But when we made that commercial, we made it out of some having fun shit. We didn't think about the audience. We didn't think about the fans. We damn sure didn't think about that this can be considered something wrong against a black woman. You feel what I'm saying? We just looked at it as something to go in there and do. A lot of times when you have artists, I know from our era, who went in there and rapped about these things and rapped about, you know, the rat-a-tat-tat-tat, niggas did not rap with an audience in mind.
But why even create?
It's different. It's different now because you have artists engage, you have fan engagement because of social media. So you get to hear your fans. You get to hear your fans' opinion. You get to engage with your fans. Coming up in the 90s, it was not like that. The only time you dealt with your fans was at an autograph signing. That's it, that's all. Other than that, we had no engagement.
Because let me hear this, because if you think doing that is gay, why even portray that as if this is what you're doing?
Because we looked at it as a time that was something funny that was going on in the black community. That was a reflection of what was going on in the black community. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of stuff that a motherfucker rapped about, you feel what I'm saying? Again, not disrespecting nobody. 90% of the niggas who talk about they bust ain't never bust.
I understand that, but
you feel what I'm saying? Most people who bust for real don't get on record and say you bust because you feel something can be tied back to you.
Right, but let me ask you this. What about the kids that, because again, we all know kids listen to hip hop. We talking about this
again in the 90s. There was no thought. See, this is a different era. This is a social media era. This is all that. There was no thought of a child. You know what I'm saying? The only thought of a child when you rapped in the 90s was they slapping that parental advisory sticker on there.
What was that? No. Hold on. Yeah. No. What was the lady that came out and they were trying to burn NWA and them CDs?
You talking about?
Hold on, but it ain't that the gap though? Because when y'all did what y'all did, when y'all did what y'all did,
shot her out.
And y'all was making the music, y'all didn't have the fan engagement. So y'all didn't know the ramifications of the influence that y'all were influencing.
We didn't even make music for the fans. That's why we didn't like Summertime in the LBC. When most artists went into the studio and made music, they made music for themselves. This is what we want to talk about. This is what we wanted to hear. We didn't make music for the record company. We didn't make music for the fans. Nowadays, people make music for the fans. Back then, you didn't make music for your fans. You feel what I'm saying? You had the conceited mentality that motherfuckers was a fan of the culture in you any goddamn way, regardless of what you said. When we came out, our biggest thing was the whole world is on the West Coast dick. No matter what the fuck we said, the world's on the West Coast dick.
I like that.
And this is why you had a lot of MCs that come out during that era who came out trash as fuck. Because they thought they was gonna get by just because the whole world was on the West Coast dick. But nobody went into the studio and said, okay, we gotta make this type of record for this type of audience. Because we didn't know what we didn't know the audience was.
Okay, y'all didn't have the information. Knowing the information and having the information that we got now, if you don't have a certain message, it seems like you won't reach certain audiences or reach certain heights. And once you start pushing certain messages, which seems like it's influencing kids to do certain acts, to go a certain way, and that's being funded versus, okay, these messages, people say they want these messages, but they're not pushing these messages.
But you know what's
you
crazy?
can't even get on if you're talking against these messages. So that's when it starts to look like
all the time. Don't think all the time it's being funded. You know why? Because a lot of times, and I've seen this, a lot of times when they going that way in the messages, the money that they making from the fans that's supporting them. And that's why they keep doing it. It ain't the machine that's always putting money in there. It's the actual people that's going out buying and supporting that's putting money in their pocket. So they keep going down that route because they got a fan base that's coming out to their shows, turning up, acting up with them, doing this, and being all in their DMs and buying their merch and being all on their thing that's following that. You feel what I'm saying? And then once the machine sees that you got that following and you got your cult following already, and they running behind you, yeah, I throw a little money to make you a little bit bigger.
So what about the niggas who are pushing
do.
a separate message? They got that audience, but they can't get the funding from the machine.
They can. It just depends on what they do. Look at Lecrae. Lecrae from Dago. Lecrae, the first West Coast rapper to win a Grammy.
It's crazy too, because
He the first West Coast rapper to win a Grammy. Do anybody fuck with Lecrae?
I do.
Lecrae is straight from the street, straight from the hood. He just do.
When I think of
Christian
Dago, I
rap.
think of J.O. Felony.
Shout out to Lecrae. That nigga came to the county jail and performed. That's how I learned about. That's how I learned about.
crazy.
That's how I learned about Lecrae.
I heard about it.
He a real nigga, number one. You feel what I'm saying? And he far from a buster, but he just only talks about positivity. And he refuses to go down that route of anything. He the first one came in. He got on by shooting at Jay-Z. Ate Jay-Z the fuck up. Like, nigga, your name you ain't Hov.
That's dope.
Quit
See, I
trying to
never
take
heard of
Jesus'
it.
name. You ain't on that level.
I ain't heard that.
He was on Jay.
But
I
I do like the point that you made. I want to highlight that, and I feel like that's a lost art of, like you said, we made the music that we liked, and if you liked what we made, then that was cool. Like,
yes, exactly.
I think why music is where it's at now, because people go in there with the mindset of I'm gonna make something that
the radio like. I'm gonna make something that TikTok will like.
It's not as authentic to me, because I think like when you making things that, because nobody could be you. So when you make things that you like and the things that you into, you gonna attract the audience you supposed to, not just to where they gonna keep. You might be here today and gone tomorrow. I look at those artists like that.
But if we in a streaming era, and the key thing to streaming is, okay, we got to get this hot on TikTok. We got to get this hot on Instagram. We got to get this hot on Twitter. We got to get it hot in the algorithm. And the bullshit is what's getting hot and what's getting the money. Can we really blame the artist for following the bullshit? If, like you said, what message are you willing to die? What hill are you willing to die on with your message? If my message is to keep it real and authentic and straight to the core hip hop, but I'm going to be here today, going tomorrow. It depends on
how much their stomach is touching their ribs.
They broke as fuck. Niggas all trying to get out the hood.
So the majority of them will follow that path in order to come up out of that poverty situation. Sad as it is, you know what I'm saying? A lot of our people and a lot of the youngsters feel that that's the only way. They feel that that's the only hope. You feel what I'm saying? And so therefore they travel down that path. Again, they're not familiar with the cats like Lecrae. They're not familiar. Lecrae was independent. You know what I'm saying? He independent, made big bank, and won a Grammy. And still out there. Just seen him on Hot 97 not too long ago. Still blowing up big. Refusing to conform to any way possible of the system. But turn his music on and see if he ain't got some of them West Coast, I'm
gonna have to check him out, bro.
Yeah, but
Nah,
he just ain't on a negative.
So
that's a conscious choice. So it's those who might feel that they don't have that, oh, I gotta give you that. No, only that person wants that from you. Now, that ain't the thing. The thing is the impatience. Am I gonna be patient enough to say, well, nah, I'm good on that. I'm gonna go try to find a different situation, man. I don't wanna be on that tip, man.
Okay, look, let's reverse engineer it real quick, right? Because we ain't even get your origin stories. Like, you was a part of the beginning of G-Funk. When the West Coast first really, all right, this worldwide. Because I believe G-Funk is what really made it go worldwide. Yeah, we had the NWAs, but the G-Funk era to me.
Warren G, 6.5 million records out the gate.
Saved Def Jam.
Physical copies at that. Physical. 6.5 million people went out to the store and paid cash money.
Suge Knight didn't even want Warren G on Death Row.
And that's
He was
Long
a dummy.
Beach.
He
That's
was
a
a
Long
dummy.
Beach fact. What was the climate like in the game back then? Literally putting Long Beach on the map. Helping, assisting.
The climate back then was really, a lot of us was in an ego space. Because, prime example, like the Def Shack, you had no demo. Most artists who got signed from the West Coast back then didn't have to have a demo or shop for a deal. They was out here running around trying to sign everybody. Like you had niggas like Chris Slotty and all these niggas hanging out at the VwP&x and Calvin, like who the local, you know what I'm saying? Like they was here. They was here everywhere. Everywhere you turn, it was some type of A&R or some motherfucker from New York, Atlanta or something trying to ease in or beam in or trying to get to know you or trying to sign you. They was just out here everywhere. It was almost like a military draft where all the record companies said, look, we need y'all to flood Los Angeles right now. Flood it. Flood it. And it got to the point to where you had at least 16, 17 professional sports players start record labels. You know what I'm saying? Down there, all of them fell up under, but you had everybody and their mama had a label, from Rasheed Wallace to whoever you can think of had a record label. Why? Because the record companies was out here running around like, oh yeah, here. Hey, ooh, what you got? Here. Oh man, ooh, here. You know what I'm saying? Because the money was flowing like that because of the physical sales of CDs. You know what I'm saying? So there was a lot of cash that was going around. So record companies was actually out seeking out. Now it's unchanged. It went back to the old days. In the old days before our era, you had to go make that demo. You take that demo, you go send that into Priority, you go send that into here, you go send that into here, you go send that demo into here. Your demo might get listened to, it might get thrown to the side. When our era came in, when the G-Funk era came in, like we literally had, they was like government agents crawling through Long Beach, bro. Everywhere you turn, it was a nigga who wasn't from Long Beach. I'm talking about at Chucky Miller's club over here. It's like, where all these niggas come from? These niggas just invaded Long Beach and everybody got a deal.
And was this after Snoop put Long Beach on the map, or was this pre-Snoop?
No, this is after Dog. This is after Dog. You got to remember, Dog, it was a back-to-back thing. It was, Snoop went global, but radio is who kicked it off for us first. You feel what I'm saying? Radio is who brought the radio stations to Long Beach. K-Day started fucking with Long Beach because of radio. You feel what I'm saying? So we already had, you know what I'm saying, the plug as far as getting out there with the radio stations and all that. That was radio. Then Snoop came along. Radio passed away, rest in peace. Then Dog came along, and Dog took it to a whole nother level.
Stratosphere.
You feel? He took it to out the stratosphere. And when I say out the stratosphere, y'all couldn't even imagine what I mean by out the stratosphere, bro. Like our homeboy used to be Michael Jackson. Literally. I done seen this nigga get out on Spring, nigga right at the gas station, right there off of Spring and fucking
Long Beach Boulevard? Are you talking about over there?
Yeah,
Atlantic,
the gas station by the park.
Right.
This nigga getting out, this nigga in the Suburban, this nigga jump out to go in to grab something. 3-car accident. Because motherfucker seen him.
That's crazy.
He was like that.
Do you have
He was like that where he couldn't go into stores or anything like that. He was that big like Michael Jackson. So with him being that big, it had everybody and they mama wanting to sign somebody from Long Beach or Compton or Watts or the surrounding areas, you know?
What was it like being from Long Beach in the industry on the West? Because I know in our generation, Long Beach gets put on the island. Like this LA, this Compton, this Watts, Hub and the Dub, and that's Long Beach over there.
We always been on an island. Before we got in the music business, nigga, they was calling us Queen Mary Crips in the pen.
Wow.
Niggas was whooping on niggas. That's why niggas felt they can come test us at the Fresh Fest in 85 when they learned the hard way. You feel what I'm saying? We always been on the island by ourselves. You go to the pen, we don't fuck with nobody else. It's the Long Beach car. Long Beach car only. We don't give a fuck about next door neighbors, no nothing. It's Long Beach and Long Beach or nothing versus everybody. So we've always been on our own individual island. What made it crazy when Dog came out is that everybody wanted to be on our island. Everybody didn't want to be on our island at first. They wanted to be on Compton's island because of NWA and then Quick and MC8. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody wanted to be on Compton's island. King T, you know what I'm saying? All that's Compton, bro.
Right.
All that. Tidy T, all that's Compton. You know what I'm saying? Compton had it. They literally had it. People think it
Mossberg
was
was
LA.
Compton too, right?
Yeah,
Mossberg,
Mossberg,
Compton.
yeah.
Listen, Compton had it. Compton is what put the West Coast on in hip hop, Compton, the city of Compton. So we right next door. Compton has already been sold up. All these cats got deals already. They was looking at Long Beach as like the fresh gold mine, like the gold rush. Like if they got him down there, and then Domino had just did Ghetto Jam, and the industry had never heard niggas. Long Beach, we got it from Mixmaster Spade. That's where we got it from. But we perfected it as far as the singing, rapping. We perfected. Mixmaster Spade was, I'm Mixmaster Spade and I'm ready to ride. No. Long Beach was the first ones that had niggas that could really sing and really rap at the same time. And Domino showed, radio used to be able to do that. But Domino showed the whole world with the ghetto jam.
Domino went crazy.
Then turn around and he busting lyrics, and then people like, that's the same dude from the Crips and Bloods album? Like, yeah. So everybody like, wait, Long Beach is different. Like, we need something out of Long Beach. So it was everybody trying to be down with us. Everybody wanted to attach themselves to Long Beach. Everybody wanted a Long Beach nigga on a record. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody wanted to just have some type of association with Long Beach. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, at that time, Snoop was the Michael Jackson of rap.
Do you have a Mount Rushmore of G-Funk songs? Like a top 4 like songs when you think of G-Funk, what are they?
Hell yeah.
Can you give me your top 4?
Number 1, Big Pimpin'.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? One of my favorite songs of all time. You know what I'm saying? Like, that just don't. If y'all only knew how that just shut the whole world down, that literally shut the planet down when Big Pimpin' came out. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that was one of them records. Of course, Regulate.
Okay.
Regulate. You know what I'm saying? Because again, we are the ones who really introduced the singing and rapping combo. You feel what I'm saying? We even had, what's the name, New York try to jump on it real quick. I remember when Def Jam went and scrambled to try to go get Mary J. Blige to throw on Method Man's song. For You're All.
And that was a banger, too.
They killed YNV's whole career because of that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my boy Greedy Greg, but they had a group out here called YNV. They had a song called Chocolate Tie. You know what I'm saying?
So Long Beach started that singing rap combo.
Yeah, nobody.
And it's crazy because
Another Long Beach fact, nigga.
You know what?
Another Long Beach fact.
What make it even more crazy, because I just asked Snoop, is that what's missing? Remember when we was talking to
Yeah.
Because people think Ja Rule and then they think Drake. Hold on, no, it was Long Beach. Because they forget about Domino.
Put some respect on the city.
Shout out to Domino, because he used to come to the crib, actually. We should live on Tinker.
They forget about that. Like I said, you had a couple of people who did like the kind of harmonizing, like Brand Pooba and Mixmaster Spade, but they was like, Mixmaster Spade and I'm ready to ride.
They more melody based.
You know what I'm saying? That's how that was. We was, you know what I'm saying? You heard Nate, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Summertime in the LBC, you know what I'm saying? Nate Dogg.
Fuck that instrument.
Bone Thugs had a cool
Fucking
little
nigga me.
harmonized as well too, though.
Yeah, Bone Thugs.
Yeah, when they came out, but they was after, you know what I'm saying? Because Easy put them on.
But they was out here too.
Yeah,
The
of course,
invisible
They was here.
influence. The invisible influence. The whole city. That's when I say we the epicenter of this West Coast hip hop. Do the history.
West
This
Coast
the
is
type of
still
shit I be talking
influencing
about.
right now. Look at 6WA, them cats from Houston, Big X and all them. Now they doing a style like how BG Knockout. Well, it's the Knockout. They redoing that
Now
right
look,
now.
we running out of time,
yeah,
but,
for sure.
but before we do, we got to get the Long Beach unity back. I see
Oh, yeah.
Dog and Dash going at it. I see Cocaine and Dog going at it.
Listen.
I think I done seen you and Warren going at it. What the fuck is going on?
Oh yeah.
We got to get Long Beach
Bring that
back.
out. Hold on, that's
Long
the merch.
Beach.
I call Warren G out. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no beef with Warren, Snoop. I don't have no beef with nobody. I don't have no issues with nobody. You feel what I'm saying? Personally. What I do have is certain issues with certain actions of people. You feel what I'm saying? And I've never been one to bite my tongue, and I've never been one to just accept anything. You know what I'm saying? So with the Warren situation, you know what I'm saying? I would mainly got on Warren's head because Warren went on the Off the Porch or something like that, On the Porch podcast, and told a bald-faced lie about his dealings with the Dove Shack. You know what I'm saying? And he kind of made it seem like we wasn't really initially part of the G-Funk family when we was all G-Funk family. He tried to make it seem like he just let us claim it. You know what I'm saying? But then he also said that Jam Master Jay called him and asked him for the Dove Shack number. That didn't happen. We didn't meet Jam Master Jay till J.O. Felony's Sherm Stick video shoot. You know what I'm saying? That's not the way the deal went down. That's not the way the situation happened. You know what I'm saying? But he did that to, avoid really showing that he dropped the ball when it came to the Dove Shack, because he kind of dropped the ball with us.
Is it or would it be for him just content?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But that's all that's the bone that I really had to pick with him on that particular situation, that alone. Other than that, you know what I'm saying? I to this very day, I still beat a nigga up for Warren G.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like he ain't even got to catch that fade. I catch that fade for him. You know what I'm saying? But I just call shit the way it is, and I don't bite my tongue. You feel what I'm saying? And I have no problem calling a spade or letting a nigga know, like, nigga, nah, you in the wrong. Let me correct that. That ain't the way that happened. You know what I'm saying? That ain't the way that happened. It was no ill intent, no anything. You know what I'm saying? Remember when I first got the phone call about the deal on the table that I called you? You know what I'm saying? And you told me, hey, cuz, y'all got to handle y'all business, cuz. Y'all got to get a lawyer. I can't handle y'all business for you. And so we went and handled our business. You feel what I'm saying? Now, how the end result, now that you turn around and learn the business later on and you regret the decision that you make, don't throw it on our shoulders.
Right. That's
You
right.
feel what I'm saying? Because none of us knew. We was all new. We was all fresh off the east side of Long Beach, so none of us knew. Dog didn't know anything. Nobody knew anything. We all learned on the job. You feel what I'm saying?
So what we got right here?
Long Beach, you see this? Long Beach Unified Hood District. This is what I'm pushing right here. You know what I'm saying? Long Beach Unified Hood District. Me, myself, my personal dream for a long time growing up in Long Beach, I remember an era going down to the Pike early. I remember, you know what I'm saying, a lot of motherfuckers don't know, my first girlfriend was actually a Samoan. Woo. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. And, I'm like, I come up in an era before there was wars, before there was beefs. I came up in the era where 19s, 20s, insanes all got along. The East Side got along. You know what I'm saying? Niggas wasn't really fucking with the North, but we wasn't beefing with the North. Niggas wasn't really beefing with the West Side. Like Long Beach was a Long Beach unified. You feel what I'm saying? It was Long Beach unified. Best times, that's summertime in the LBC is from that time period. Them water balloon fights used to happen between when I say dogs and lokes. You feel what I'm saying? That's why I say dogs and lokes. Dogs and lokes was consisted of everybody from every hood. It's whether you was a dog or whether you was a loke. You feel what I'm saying? And niggas used to play, niggas used to play game. Nigga catch you, the lokes catch you, and you a dog, nigga catch you and tie you to a street pole. You feel what I'm saying? Literally.
The old-fashioned way.
Niggas would literally tie you to a street pole and dip off and wait somebody else from
Hey,
dogs
look,
to come
we gonna have to make this.
We gotta run this back.
We gotta run this back. We gotta make this a serious thing, man. There's so much more shit I want to ask.
I definitely feel that we hurting ourselves.
Far away or no way.
Yeah, by not getting along. You know what I'm saying? I know it's a lot of things that done happened in the city.
Hey, y'all follow Bo Rock, man, because I don't want the camera to cut off.
Like and subscribe, baby.
But on game, we gonna run this one back, nigga.
Y'all see the map
Long
on the back?
Beach history.
That's the whole city of Long Beach. Go to the DoveShack.com. TheDoveShack.com. Get your Long Beach.
Long Beach, far away or no way.
You know what I'm saying? We incorporated. We got the whole city back here. We cover the north side. We cover the west side. We cover downtown, the east side. You look, we even way out here. Los Altos.
Hey, look, I don't even want to cut it. The time on the motherfucker, everything that ran out on this bitch.
Hey, man, we had to come back with it, man. Story time wasn't lasting long enough around here, bro, because we had to run it back.
We needed a break, man. A little quick intermission,
Would
man.
say yeah, intermission.
Little smoke break.
Yeah.
Little intermission and all that, man. We was talking wild stuff about a lot of the industry stuff, but we gonna get back on this West Coast story time, man, about the industry and all that was going on.
Where we left off?
Yeah, we left off. We left off while
Left off with
unifying
Warren Jeezy,
Long
Weezy.
Beach. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
unifying Long Beach and
No, he was talking about when you was saying what the truth was and stuff. Oh no, we was talking about Unified.
yeah, he was talking about unifying Long Beach and what he need to do to make the city back great again.
Yeah, I think if a lot of the niggas around our age bracket or younger really got to experience what Long Beach was like when all the hoods got along, everybody would be out there protesting for it to go back to that. Everybody. When I say Long Beach was the shit, my nigga, like you had everybody from every fucking city that wanted to be in Long Beach. You went everywhere. It's the Watts, Compton, Linwood. It don't matter where it was from. Everybody was trying to get them an apartment in Long Beach, or fuck with a Long Beach female, or just be down in Long Beach. Everywhere you went, like Long Beach was like that. Like literally, I'm talking about all the way to the Faux Trades, all the way out to the Faux Trades. You had Faux Trades setting up shop in Long Beach. You feel what I'm saying? Like Long Beach was the shit like that. You know what I'm saying? The only reason we stopped accepting people after Jeff Ely got killed. You know what I'm saying? Once the homie Jeff Ely got killed, you know what I'm saying? Them last couple of nights, we went on one. Everybody went on one. And we just cleared the whole city out. You know what I'm saying? It didn't matter. It wasn't no personal thing against nobody hood. We just felt we wanted Long Beach empty. You feel what I'm saying? From all other hoods. If you're not from Long Beach, you need to get up out of Long Beach for these next couple of days. So niggas went around kicking in niggas' doors on their door spots. Like, hey, y'all gotta go. Like, y'all gotta go. Niggas like it was really like, it was some really Long Beach unified shit.
It was a real movement.
It was a real movement. Like, when I say movement, like we all met up at Kings Park. Imagine and picture 40, 50, 60 niggas walking down Martin Luther King from Kings Park, nigga, all the way down to 11th and 10th, kicking in niggas' doors, nigga, telling niggas to get up out of here on foot.
Trooping.
On foot, trooping around Long Beach. I'm talking about the twins, John and Joe from 19, NZ 20, going to everywhere. And I'm talking about on foot. Niggas was walking through the east side, running niggas up out of Long Beach. You feel what I'm saying? It wasn't nothing like that.
Movie shit.
And that's the type of shit why we got gang injunctions now. Nigga, we is not allowing them niggas to move
Hey, look,
like
so
that.
before we took the smoke intervention.
Intervention or intermission?
Intermission, excuse me.
Yeah, we know
with the blunt. We know with the blunt.
Yeah. All that. Nigga hit the
They
blunt.
got contact for sure.
Yeah, they got contact right now. You was talking about how Warren had fucked some shit up. Can you elaborate on that?
Or what was the truth?
Oh no!
No, you said he had lied at the station or whatever. And that's the only reason.
No, not the
you
station.
was
On this
really
podcast.
On the podcast.
Recently.
Yeah.
This was not too long ago. He did a podcast and they brought up the Dove Shack. You know what I'm saying? To him on the podcast. And he was just basically like, yo, them the homies, they cool and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But he went on to say how basically like he lost out in that situation. Like, I don't make no money off of Summertime and LBC. I don't make no money off the Dove Shack. You know what I'm saying? I put in a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? For me not to make no money off of it. And I bet they was asking him why. He was like, man, because he was saying he didn't know no better. He said he had got a call from Jam Master Jay about us, and he plugged us up with Jam Master Jay and made it seem like we just ran off and signed with Jam Master Jay and said, fuck you, thank you, good. You said thank you and bonked out on him. And that wasn't hardly the case. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we've always been loyal to him, even when we did the deal. And I always tried to reiterate and remind him of the day, because I remember it to the T. You never forget the day you got a phone call about a record deal, bro. That's just not something you forget. Somebody calls you to offer you a record deal and you fresh up out the hood, you ain't got no demo, no nothing.
That's one of those long-term memory, because it's like on this day.
On this day.
I never forget the day my life changed.
I remember I was on Earl, standing outside. You feel what I'm saying? I was messing with this girl named True. You know what I'm saying? When I got the phone call, and I remember picking up the phone, calling Warren G. Right after that phone call, calling him, telling him that they had just got at man, they want to offer us a situation. I believe it was Paul Stewart who had reached out. It wasn't Jam Master Jay.
Shout out to Paul Stewart, man.
Yeah.
We tapped in with Paul Stewart. Shout
Oh,
out
that's
to
the
him.
homie right there. I got nothing but love for Paul Stewart. You know what I'm saying? Like, he believed in the Dove Shack before anybody else did. You feel what I'm saying? As far as like actually trying to put us on. You know what I'm saying? But he believed in a lot of people. He believed in Warren, you know what I'm saying? Coolio, LV, Montel Jordan, you know what I'm saying? A lot of us came through there. South Central Cartel, you know?
My brother.
Man, Paul Stewart, man. Paul Stewart. DJP, man. DJP, put some
about Boss
respect
Hog
on,
and all that,
man,
man?
put some respect on DJP name, man. Put some respect on Paul Stewart name, man. Because the West Coast wouldn't have a hip-hop scene really to expand the way it did if it would not have been for Paul Stewart. You feel what I'm saying?
That's big.
What type of music, like, did you enjoy like during the height of like just say like the 90s era? Like who was you a fan of?
You know what? I never finished giving y'all my top 5.
Oh no, he was the top 4. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
top 4.
You said it was
But
G-Funk.
during the 90s era,
Yeah.
During that time period when we got signed, you know what I was heavily on? I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I was heavily on fucking D'Angelo. I was on D'Angelo album and Mary J. Blige's first album. I mean, her second album, My Life. You know what I'm saying?
That's a beautiful album.
I got my first copy of 411 the day I got released from Pelican Bay. So that was my first ownership of listening to some real music once I got out of prison, out of Pelican Bay. It was Mary J. Blige, What's the 411. But during that time period, it was My Life and D'Angelo that was really cracking. I was on the tip, okay? Now, mind you, at the Dove Shack, we homed our skills by freestyling. We was known as a freestyle group, making our raps up as we go along. So we had a lot of sessions to where we rapped to other people's music and other people's instrumentals. You know what I'm saying? And that's mainly what we was on. So when it came time to make our album, once we got a deal and during that time period, I was really kind of staying away from other rappers. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't want to feel like I was being influenced in the way our sound was. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So I really was just Long Beached out, bro. You know what I'm saying? Outside of Doggy Style or the Dog Pound or Murder Was the Case, anything, I had no interest in really listening to nothing else at that time, except for my classic albums that are always in my top ones, like Death Certificate by Cube, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that, you know, Ghetto Boys, those stay in there. But the main thing I was tuned into was our city. You feel what I'm saying? Because our sound was different. And I was trying to I just love being influenced by the sound. You know what I'm saying? I loved what Nate Dogg was doing. I loved, like, we was different, man. Our whole thing, G-Funk was different. So I was immersing myself in that G-Funk sound and really wasn't trying to hear nothing else, you know? But except, like I said, R&B, and then one of my greatest favorite albums of all time, Etta James, Time After Time. But that's some different type of jazz shit, you know what I'm saying? But as far as hip-hop, I didn't really listen to, like, we used to rap to Redman instrumentals. You feel what I'm saying? So I knew that. We used to rap to Boss. We used to rap to a lot of these rap cats as just far as our freestyling skills. So again, once we got in the game, I'm not trying to listen to y'all, because when we used to freestyle rap, I noticed that we was influenced by Redman. You know what I'm saying? And the way we spit in the bars, you know what I'm saying? And we have a little East Coast flair to it when we spit in the bars. You know what I'm saying? And word, and motherfucker be like, he found himself saying son. You know what I'm saying? And shit, like that.
What's the science, God?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I stayed immersed in us. You know what I'm saying? There really wasn't no traveling outside of us when it came to hip hop. R&B, yeah, but when it came to hip hop, it wasn't nothing outside of Snoop Dogg, Dogg Pound, and Warren G.
So going back 31 years.
And Dr. Dre.
You've been around Dre, you've been around Biggie, you've been around Pac. Was you around Jay back then?
No, I've never had the opportunity to meet Jay-Z. Jay-Z was not in the industry when we was popping.
What about Nas?
Nas was around, but I never got a chance to meet Nas, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are still people that you know what I'm saying? Like, Nas is somebody I still, like, you know what I'm saying, need to meet in the industry.
How was it being around Pac and Big back then?
Well, he just Pac was a crip.
We seen it. You want my honest opinion?
I want the honest opinion. This the viral way, real raw and uncut.
The only person that really had me like geek when I met him, when I met Stevie Wonder, when I met Russell Simmons, when I met Babyface, Gladys Knight, Patti LaBelle.
What about Michael?
Never got a chance to meet Mike.
Oh, damn.
Oh, you didn't get to meet Mike?
Because you was around before the East Coast, West Coast beef and after. And it seems like before the East Coast, West Coast beef.
Well, we never was the Dove Shack never participated in that. We was always outcast because of that. Because our stance was, nigga, ain't nobody from the East Coast ever shot nobody from 20s. So what the fuck I give a fuck about an East Coast, West Coast beef for?
So
You know
y'all
what I'm
wasn't a
saying?
part of that.
No, to me, everybody that was, again, no offense to nobody, but I perceived you as a buster to be in some shit like that. Nigga, I'm from my hood, nigga. You give a fuck about East Coast, West Coast, nigga. What the fuck is that?
Yeah, it's not like you going to Harlem.
I'm a block boy for real, my nigga. Like, what the fuck is East Coast, West Coast? What the fuck that's gonna do? What a nigga finna jump on a plane and go put in some work in New York? You know what I'm saying? Like, what it do? There was no, that served no purpose for me. And then as a person who grew up idolizing East Coast artists, I was a Run DMC fan. I was a LL Cool J fan. You know what I'm saying? I was a fan of East Coast hip hop growing up. So East Coast, West Coast beef, I had no understanding of that. And then too, at that particular moment, everybody was so much on Long Beach and G-Funk balls that if you wasn't a Will Smith or a Gladys Knight or anything, I didn't look at you no type of way. You was, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, we that niggas. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody bigger than my homeboy Snoop Dogg, nigga. You can't, nigga. I'm part of Snoop Dogg and Warren G.
But Snoop was tearing down the
buildings.
buildings.
Yeah,
he
but
was.
Snoop was out there kicking the buildings down. So cut and press a line on you. Like, hold on, cuz.
No, because he wasn't on that. That wasn't the purpose of the kicking over the buildings. You know what I'm saying? When niggas first went out there to shoot the video, they was going out there to shoot some video on some showing some love shit.
And they started
It
hating.
wasn't
Oh, yeah,
until
they did that on Spirit
the
of
little
Moment,
shoot
huh?
thing
Yeah.
that they came back and all that was added up in there spur of the moment. But even with that happening, you know what I'm saying, that was some rap shit. He wasn't on that shit. That nigga
what made him
was fucking with Puffy the whole time, fucking with Biggie and all them niggas. You know what I'm saying? We was in New York when Benny Rat called us and told us, hey, you know, Snoop Dogg is over at that time they was doing Apollo Theater. And at that time, they shot multiple episodes of Apollo. So they were shooting Dog Night, they were shooting, it was Dog in the Dog Pound, they were shooting Brandy, and they were shooting somebody else. You feel what I'm saying? But even then, you know what I'm saying, just by us being in New York, it went around New York and motherfuckers came running to the Def Jam office. Snoop Dogg is in New York. He's over at the Apollo. Nigga, when I say this nigga was Michael Jackson, you feel what I'm saying? And I'm part of that. So, nigga, everybody else to me is a downgrade. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we looked at everybody. Like, nigga, I'm not even from the Dog Pound. But Snoop Dogg is my homie and my friend. Nigga, ain't nobody else, ain't none of y'all, rest of y'all ain't shit.
That's crazy, because I'm thinking y'all went there to kick the buildings over. You saying that got added in after the fact.
Yeah,
I think Snoop told us that.
That was
Yeah.
after the shit happened with the shooting thing, but it initially wasn't on no, you know, being on no beef type shit.
So was you there when Pac had that meeting with Nas and they said Nas had to drop on Pac?
No.
Okay.
No. Like at that time, I really didn't connect with Pac on some cool shit until later on.
Till he turned down
Till
your
later
fade,
on to get
or-
to actually after I met Richie Rich.
Okay.
After I met Richie Rich and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? And bro, Richie Rich was just such one of the coolest, smoothest, realest niggas I ever met, my nigga. Just that nigga whole sweat. Richie Rich came in the game, and this nigga reminded me of a G Street Billy D. Williams. You know what I'm saying?
That's a cold mix.
You know what I'm saying? Like a street Billy D. Williams. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing gonna get up under my skin and smooth, woo-dee woo-woo, but I'm not with the bullshit. I don't play no games. You know what I'm saying? I'm a you know what I'm saying? And from me taking that liking to Richie Rich, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, I go do the song with him, and nigga come pick me up in the motherfucking the classic Cutlass and whatnot, and then I start fucking with 40, and you know what I'm saying, start fucking with B Legit and D-Shot. Next thing I know, I'm doing a song with RBL, Posse, and all these different cats I'm fucking with from the Bay, you know what I'm saying, then turn around only to go to Can-Am, you know what I'm saying, and now you there.
That's crazy. So
like we wasn't cool. We probably wasn't cool up until he got part of the Death Row thing after I had started fucking with Richie Rich and all them, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, you know, Richie Rich, shout out to the homie Lips, you know what I'm saying, and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? And I knew Richie Rich and Pac was like this. You feel what I'm saying? And like I said, I respected him so much. I respected Double R so much to where, you know what I'm saying, I'm like, shit, nigga, I'm not, you know what I'm saying, whatever this was, it was, you know?
Yeah, because we don't hear too many stories about Biggie from West Coast artists. So
I mean,
When I
Biggie
was
used to be
watching
out here,
the
he used to
doc-
be out here fucking around.
I know. I see he got the famous picture with him and Craig Mack at the VIP in front of the VIP
Yeah,
records.
but not just the VIP. I'm talking about just fucking around out here, period. You know what I'm saying? But
because the
you know-
doc can make it seem like Biggie was fucking with the West Coast, but Puffy was trying to make him the face of that East Coast, West Coast. Like, nah, we need to be on
Puffy
this.
was fucking with the West Coast.
Is that right?
That's a bad reputation that they put on Puffy. Puffy wasn't really on that shit like that. Puffy fucked with the West Coast. Puffy always loved Snoop. Puffy, once upon a time, loved the fuck out of Suge, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas looked up to Death Row. Everybody out of Bad Boy looked up to Death Row. You feel what I'm saying? I was, like I said, I was in the studio with Total when they recorded Can't You See? Me, Corrupt, the Death Shack, and all that. You should have seen the way they treated us, my nigga. You feel what I'm saying? It wasn't no such thing, nigga. They treated us like gods. You know what I'm saying? To see, we was over there freestyling, to see Biggie and all like looking at us like, oh man, that's the, like to have, we got Biggie Smalls and all of us because Biggie didn't freestyle. You know what I'm saying?
He didn't?
No, not the, see, what they consider freestyle today is a whole different thing. Today, freestyle is considered just taking one of your rote raps and rapping it over a random beat. When we was coming in the game during the 90s, freestyle was you had to make it up as you go along. You had to rap about something in the room, rap about what he got on. You feel what I'm saying? Rap about what's around. That's how you showed that you was busting off the top of your head. So we was having that little session, me, Two Scoop, C-Night, and Corrupt. You know what I'm saying? And we right outside the vocal booth, and Biggie wouldn't jump in. We was trying to get Biggie to jump in like a motherfucker, get in, jump in like a motherfucker. He was like, no, I don't, you know, like, I don't fuck around. Like that was, he was actually amazed by like, you motherfuckers is rapping about what's around in the room and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he felt that shit was dope than a motherfucker. Them niggas didn't have no problem. They liked it, West Coast niggas. They want to fuck with us, man.
So that really was the media painting those pictures. But behind the scenes,
that was all media. That was the powers that be, you know what I'm saying, in order to, they looked at that as a means to sell records. You know what I'm saying? You got to remember, hip-hop was based off beef. It was based off beef and battling, you know what I'm saying? Before that time period, you had LL Cool J, Kool Moe Dee, LL Cool J, Ice-T. You feel what I'm saying?
Cool J Cannabis.
Yeah, you had beefs in the game. So nobody, I don't think anybody who put fuel on the fire knew that it was gonna go to the level that it went to. Here's the thing. The level that it went to was majority based in hate and cutting off motherfuckers' water. Because again, not one nigga jumped on a plane and went and busted on nobody from New York. Not one nigga from New York came out to California and shot nan nigga. You feel what I'm saying? You ain't heard not one story even of a West Coast niggas going to do a New York show and getting packed out or getting beat up. You feel what I'm saying? You didn't hear about that shit out here. So really the East Coast, West Coast beef was industry and it was media. It was more so media because physically it was impossible. Physically it was impossible. You know what I'm saying? We too separated. When nobody is on that tip when motherfuckers is on tour. We over in Japan, we over in Europe. It ain't no on site. Oh, that nigga from New York, we finna take off on them niggas. You feel what I'm saying? I think the worst incident that happened might have been an incident that happened at Jack the Rapper with Fat Joe and Trey D and everybody in the Badass and the Lowlifes. You know what I'm saying? That's when we learned that Fat Joe was really with the shiznit.
Oh, so he not capping?
No, Fat Joe with hell no.
Damn, I thought,
Hold on,
I
what
thought he was
happened?
embellishing a lot of that.
Hold on, Cap Joe?
If it wouldn't have been for Big Pun, you know what I'm saying? There would be no, we would have been doing Big Randog, rest in peace, Trady, rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? Coco Loke, rest in peace, Badass, rest in peace, and Big C Style, rest in peace. Them niggas would have never made it back from Miami because them niggas was finna get murdered.
Is that right?
They had them niggas in the alley, nigga finna do them niggas in. Fat Joe and his crew was finna do them niggas in, nigga. And I think it was Method Man who ran and got Big Pun. You know what I'm saying? And Big Pun came out there and went off on everybody, checking everybody in Spanish and just going off, and niggas let niggas go. They still took the little W, the West Side foam W from West Side, and they still took that and stomped it on the ground, and they still hit Randog in the head with the pistol. You know what I'm saying? But niggas didn't lay niggas out like they was getting ready to do.
So was that behind the East Coast, West Coast? Like, how did they get into
that was
it?
behind nigga Coco Loke taking Fat Joe bitch. Fat Joe was talking to some bitch in the lobby at the thing, and he got distracted, nigga, and Coco Loke slid in, nigga, from the low life and snatched that bitch. And They mentality out there is different. It's not like we out here, we don't love them hoes. You know what I'm saying? We got more of a pimp mentality out here. Oh, well, fuck that bitch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Out there, they fuck the bitch. You disrespected me. You seen me talking to her and you just come slid in. You disrespected me. It ain't about the bitch. It's about you showing no respect for me.
See, that's
what Fat Joe was on with Coco Low. So he tried to roar up on Coco Low, and because Coco Low showed, and Trade E just happened to be coming down the escalator, seen it, and Trade E went over there, nigga, and like, nigga, you like, nigga, ain't, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, I don't give a fuck, ain't none of you niggas gonna do nothing, nigga. Nobody touched nigga, you Trade E went over there, shut the lobby down. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, what, who, what, when, where, how? Nobody.
That's cool that you even brought that up. But culturally, I didn't know that happened. Like that how we look at in that situation.
Yeah, Trade E went and dissolved the situation. They didn't want no problem with Trade E and whatnot. So we thought. Niggas went to Denny's to eat later on by the hotel. Didn't know niggas was being watched the whole time. You know what I'm saying? And niggas was walking back. Them niggas walking back from Denny's, nigga. And the Puerto Ricans pulled up, jumping out. Tech Nines, choppers. What y'all talking about? What y'all on? Talk that shit now. Talk that shit now. Talk that shit now. Oh, you bad now, huh? What's up? What's up? What's happening? You know what I'm saying? Niggas was finna get dumped the fuck out.
So Fat Joe is not capping in his raps.
Nah, he not capping his rap, but you know.
But Big Pun was the real gangster on that, from what you just said.
Yeah.
He the one that checked.
Pun came and cussed all of them and checked all of them. He checked Joe. He checked everybody that was there. You know what I'm saying? Pun was the boss. That's the damn show.
That.
Pun was the boss.
Yeah, we heard a lot of stories about Pun kidnapping niggas. DJ Who Kid talk about it kidnapping.
Pun was fully with the shit. Pun was a block boy for real. He come from the block. He was a block boy. Not saying Fat Joe wasn't a block boy, but Pun got that big being a kingpin. You got to remember, Pun was kingpin fat.
Yeah.
Pun used to be a slim drug dealer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He got kingpin fat. Feel what I'm saying? That wasn't no just obesity. That's kingpin status.
The Punisher for real.
Yeah, he was the Punisher for real. So, but shoes end up on the other foot. You know what I'm saying? The shoe ended up on the other foot. You know what I'm saying? And the tides got reversed. It got reversed.
That's crazy. I would have never even guessed that.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have guessed that, but they do say Fat Joe is certified. Like,
nah, because
Fat Joe certified, but Fat Joe also know his limitations because when he came out here to go do Thicker Than Water with Mac 10.
With Mac 10, that was a cool movie. They were half brothers.
Yeah, the
niggas
move
was on
right.
that. Niggas was at that movie set.
Niggas ain't forgot about that.
Oh,
Because what's the trade in?
Stop playing, nigga. It cost the niggas down. It cost him and Mac 10 down in 40, 60 bands, nigga, for Fat Joe to be able to leave California safely. He wasn't even finna. He was finna get downed right there, nigga, on movie set. Nigga, nobody moved, nobody get hurt, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Nobody leaving this motherfucker, nigga. Like, yeah, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah.
Check in.
But at that point,
networking.
We ain't gonna. But at that point, networking ain't gonna work.
Nah, at that point,
What, the right price?
At that point, they was on Mac 10 here too. That's how my nigga Dale Dog from Mafia caught this. Remember, he caught the case, the kidnapping thing involving that. That all stemmed from the whole Fat Joe situation.
Is that right?
All that stems from all that stems from the Fat Joe situation out there, and then Mac bringing Fat Joe out here, fucking with Fat Joe to do Thicker Than Water and all that shit. And it was just a trickle down effect, my nigga.
That's crazy. Look, we ain't gonna keep you all day, but what is your thoughts on West Coast hip hop right now? Because the narrative in the industry is West Coast hip hop is dead. It's a wrap. And what will it take to revive it?
Number one, only way any type of thing can be dead is when the fans stop supporting it. It's based on the fans. It's never based on the actual industry. It's not based on the radio or any of that. It's based on the fans and where the fans is at. You know what I'm saying? And right now, I mean, Kendrick showed that was different. You feel what I'm saying? It's impossible to argue that people don't fuck with the West Coast when the whole world got behind the West Coast to destroy the biggest rapper from Canada who fucked with New York and fucked with Atlanta.
Heavy.
And had them behind, and Texas, Houston, and had them all on his side. And even the people from those locations. Because don't forget, Kendrick was able to Kendrick turned around and toured in Toronto.
Yeah, he did.
So people even from those locations jumped behind Kendrick and was on Kendrick. So that right there will kind of dispel that. What we have to do is quit being discouraged by these things and thinking that that should affect our worth ethic. You know what I'm saying? And the things that we're putting in. Again, no one can control when you put out music. There's too many ways for you to put out music. As soon as you get done with it in the studio, you can put it out. You feel what I'm saying? You can upload content when you like it. You feel what I'm saying? Are you creating things that your fans want to engage with it, that your fans find interesting? You know what I'm saying? Because again, it's not about the machine. Okay, let me give you a prime example. I was checking out my boy Ray Daniels, and I wish I had a chance to fuck with Ray Daniels when I was in the music industry heavy. You know what I'm saying? Because he just seemed like he got the personality that we could have clicked. You know, but he came after me. You know what I'm saying? I'm more Kevin Lyles era, Mike Kaiser, you know what I'm saying, John Stock, you know what I'm saying, Paul Stewart, all them cats, you know what I'm saying?
That's crazy. We interviewed Paul Stewart. Shout out to Paul Stewart.
That's what I was telling him. Yeah, he gave us a lot of knowledge about Paul.
That's more my bracket of when we came in the game. But he said something that was very, very interesting that I
He was talking about the rap, right? With the video you talking about?
Well, no, he was saying how people can like start garnering attention and building their fan base. This is something that West Coast artists have a hard time doing, which is connecting and putting in the work to build their fan base. It holds true to what RZA said a long time ago when he told me the gang mentality of the West Coast will always hold the West Coast back in entertainment business.
We just had that debate.
And that was my next question I was about to ask you.
But not based on what we think. It ain't because we beef. It ain't because we from hoods.
Networking.
Not just the networking. We have the mentality because of the gang shit that certain shit is looked at a certain way, so we won't do it. So niggas won't go the extra mile to pop their career. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's looked at a certain way. A nigga not gonna go through the drive-through and then have his bitch recording. You know what I'm saying? They go through the drive-through to order and this nigga just bust and rap his whole order. Let me get the double cheese and the thing and the ton and the thing and the people and the thing. That's a viral moment that's gonna go out of here. Based on the people, the way they looking at you and all that, little viral moments like that. West Coast niggas is too cool for that.
Too gangster, yeah.
We too gangster for that. You feel what I'm saying?
We not stepping out the box.
We're not stepping out the box because stepping out the box to us is perceived as goofy behavior. You feel what I'm saying? Going that extra mile seemed like, oh, you doing too much. You feel what I'm saying? When this is a business where you have to do too much. You should be doing more than enough to actually get out there because there's a lot of competition out there. And see, that's what motherfuckers don't realize. You always in competition. Right. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not doing nothing to outdo the competition, if you're not trying to be Kobe and be in the gym at 6 a.m. to beat Mike and be in the gym at 11 o'clock at night when everybody else is gone, if you're not trying to do that and realizing that you're trying to be the best at that, then you're not gonna win. Again, we expect a lot of times on the West Coast, because we have this, this should come automatically. This should come with it. You know what I'm saying? This should be this, you know what I'm saying? I feel I'm tight, my homies feel I'm tight, all y'all should feel I'm tight and fuck with my shit. You feel what I'm saying? But what work is you putting in? What things are you doing? Like, I give kudos to Compton AV. I love the way he moves. You feel what I'm saying? Not only do I fuck with him on a personal basis, you know what I'm saying? Because I done fuck with him a few times and he's the real one. You feel what I'm saying? But oh yeah, it's his birthday. Shout out to my boy Compton AV. But the Yaya thing.
He went crazy.
That was genius.
You see how he went crazy? Not only he did his, bring dog in. Yep. Let's do a dog version. Let's do an all-female version. Let's do an all different rappers from different areas version. Let's do an internet version where on TikTok where everybody can drop their own Yaya verse.
And Yaya can mean a whole different things. You know what I mean?
Exactly. He put in the work without the machine because he has no deal. Compton AV has been dealing on the independent tip with independent investors since he first came out back when. You feel what I'm saying? He always had to hustle to just be on like that. But he didn't need the machine. He didn't need the machine. The machine couldn't stop his flow. He didn't have to go through nothing. He didn't have to deal with TikTok. He didn't have to deal with none of that to be able to say, oh, the West Coast fell off. Who feels that the West Coast fell off? He obviously didn't feel that. He came with a hot song and went and put in work, and he ate off of it. So he would dispel that. Now, if you talk about a person who's running around just trying to shop a demo all day, and you're not getting no record deal, okay, maybe you're not tight. Maybe you're not tight. Sometimes you got to live in that reality. Maybe it's not the right company. Maybe it's not the right time for you to get on, or whatever the case may be. But because you get rejected or they not fucking with you at the moment, you can't get a deal. Don't generalize the whole coast and say, oh, they not fucking with the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? Because if you go to someplace else, it's like you don't see that. You see everybody, every place else with a little bit of West Coast culture involved in everything they do, from their music to their food, to the way they dress, to the cars that they drive. You know what I'm saying? There's a little West Coast influence everywhere. You feel what I'm saying? Crippin' in Blood and started in California.
That shit worldwide.
That shit is worldwide now. You got people who claiming, I'm not gonna say no names, you got people who claiming to be Bloods and it still ain't even no Bloods in their whole state. The state where you was born and raised don't even have Crips and Bloods, but you a Blood. That's how much we influence. So I don't listen to that when they say motherfuckers is not fucking with the West Coast, because we've been told this a few times. And I really feel that come from a hate perspective to discourage us. You feel what I'm saying? I really, really do, because it's like, damn, this is the 4th, 5th time in my career that I've heard that motherfuckers is not fucking with the West Coast.
But a lot of us on the West Coast don't support the West Coast. And what I mean is, like, down south, once they get a new down south rapper, like if somebody would have got cracking like with Yaya, down south, everybody want to jump on it. Everybody in the South want to push it. New York, you rarely hear New York slander from a New York nigga about New York rap. Us out here, they'd be like, man, that nigga from where? Yeah. I'm not fucking with that nigga music.
Like even the Chef Boy song that gang. I remember that was kind of pushback because it was, we all know what.
Gang politics. You not gonna fuck with a song based on where a nigga is from.
Yeah, but
you feel what I'm saying?
But I feel like that's one of the things.
I think Atlanta used to be like that. I don't think it's like that no more. When we found out about the Young Thug feud with a old boy who was locked up, he wound up getting out. It was like Atlanta was split too. We just didn't really know about it.
All them niggas back together.
But you know what's crazy?
I don't think they back together. Hell no.
Most of them niggas fucking with each other. Baby was in the car with the.
But let me tell you something.
Gucci getting bigger now off the shit he doing.
We fucked that up though. Our culture fucked that up. You know that, right?
Oh, why you say that?
Because
they start gang banging?
Yeah, that's what the divide was over out there. A lot of Atlanta niggas didn't feel that y'all niggas, how y'all niggas gonna be blooding and all this old shit and be this nigga, and we ATL, we this, we represent that. Y'all trying to be on them niggas' dicks. And y'all trying to be like them niggas out there, and that caused confrontation between Atlanta niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like they was on their shit like, they was on the shit like, nigga, we, you know what I'm saying? We who we are.
We won. We Atlanta.
Same thing happened in New York.
Listen, let me tell you something. Some of the coldest gangsters is country gangsters. You feel what I'm saying? The majority of our family members come from the country. You know what I'm saying? Long Beach is a migration pot from the South. You feel what I'm saying? Because of the Navy base. So we had a lot of, some of the old gangsters was down South gangsters from the Bumpies and all them. They come from the South. You feel what I'm saying? That's always been in. So them type of cats didn't too much take a liking to all of a sudden y'all want to be blood. How y'all Bloods? What blood sisters down here?
Well, I can say
we who we are, motherfucker.
It's captivating though, man. When you come out here, it's not. People tend to see it and they glamorize it because how we push the hood day, how we dress, how we act, how we function. It's like, oh my God, I want to bring this down there to my culture. So that's probably where they just get addicted to it, and that's why it's like everybody that comes out here get captivated by the lifestyle.
It was the ore, and it was everything else, and just the way niggas carried themselves. But the difference is, niggas never rarely mention the bad parts of it.
The negativity that comes with it. You're right.
Internet is starting to show that, and that's where a lot of the hate is starting to form too.
Now niggas looking at it crazy.
The goofy side of it. Yeah, but that make perfect sense because New York went through the same thing with True Life. He was saying like, man, how the fuck y'all gang banging? We from New York, nigga. We got our own shit. We was Decepticons and we was low lifes and shit like that.
Yeah, a lot of people went through that. You know what I'm saying? Being infatuated with our particular culture out here. You feel what I'm saying? And I really think where the infatuation came from is because our gangsterism is, I don't know how you would say it. It's a different type. It's a different type of gangsterism. You know what I'm saying? Like when you look at the lowrider lifestyle,
tribalism.
You look at the dress, our dress code, how we was dressing, you know what I'm saying, the white tees and this.
Khakis.
Our gang bang culture was different than their gangster culture. And their gangster culture is all we have known since the days of Big Red and Big Red Records, the 1920s and the 30s and all that, when these cats came in. That type of gangster culture is all we've known and all we've looked up to because it's similar to the mafia's gangster culture. It was similar to the TV gangster culture. Then all of a sudden, the world get introduced to a gangster culture of motherfuckers who's not grown men. These niggas don't wear suit and ties. These niggas wear tennis shoes. You feel what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? These niggas, you got niggas like Mac 10 talking about, I got $1,000 pair of Bejor jeans on, but with a Swap Meet t-shirt on. And I'm jumping out of a $100,000 motherfucking lowrider. Fuck your $100,000 bid. I got a $100,000 lowrider and my shit do like this with the candy paint on that motherfucker. And that alone right there, I think the rich Crip and Blood image is really what made them motherfuckers want to jump on it. When they start looking at the rich Crip and Blood image, like these niggas is gangster, they getting money, they rich, but they not falling into the white man's category, suit and tie and structure and this, that, and the third.
It's still us.
It's still us.
It's like closer to hip hop.
Yeah, it's closer to hip hop. And so therefore it made people want to, you know what I'm saying?
And you got the cultural dance with the Crip walking, Blood walking in it
all
as well.
That, all that. Remember when that shit went viral? You had Bow Wow doing it. You had Ray J. I remember watching the episode of fucking Jamie Foxx, and Jamie Foxx started Crip walking.
Facts.
On his show.
He's still doing that shit.
Man, we was at the Jamie Foxx stand-up comedy. When I say he wore that song out, you would think he was from the West.
Chef Boy.
I caught him low-key joking with somebody when he was cousin. Like, Jamie Foxx be fucking around. You know what I'm saying?
Jamie Foxx a loke on the low.
Yeah, he a low-key.
He didn't
a low-key loke like Pac was low-key loke.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you know who else was a loke that I just found out? Big Worm. I heard Big Worm was a loke.
Yeah, well...
Not a local, he portrayed a real low.
No. See, can I take back? That's my boy, Faison.
Faison,
okay? Faison is a Damu. Faison, Faison a Damu, you know what I'm saying? From Dago, you know what I'm saying? Respectable Damu, you know what I'm saying? Faison with the full shits. You know what I'm saying? For an actor motherfucker, you would think this nigga was a rap artist signed to Death Row. the way he'd get out sometimes. That nigga, he no fucks given, my nigga.
He just called 50 out for a phase. So
listen, my nigga is really with the shits, my nigga. And niggas be thinking it's all trolling. Like, this nigga ain't trolling. Niggas forget this nigga mollywopped the nigga in the airport on camera. Nigga got disrespectful. He snatched the nigga from behind the airport worker, behind the thing, and started ramming that nigga into the goddamn counter at the airport. But his character that he played in Friday was the low. That's Big C style. Big Worm is Big C style.
Long Beach facts.
Yeah. So that's Big Worm is a Long Beach nigga.
Big Worm is a Long Beach nigga.
He actually a Long Beach nigga. So when y'all see Big Worm rolling up on Chris Tucker looking for his weed, he had just drove all the way from Long Beach.
He just came from the east side.
He had just came from the east side of Long Beach.
To go between Normandy and Western.
Yeah, because
to collect that money, nigga.
Play on my money.
Yeah. Faison created that character based off the homie Big C style.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? If a lot of people remember when Big C style pushed Snoop out on the stage and Murder Was the Case, at the Murder Was the Case performance, he had the same thing on that Big Worm wore in Friday. He had the blue rollers in his head, the Pendleton on, everything that Big Worm wore. But yeah, that's what Big Worm was.
That's crazy, man. And look, we gonna end it on that note. Long Beach facts, you feel me? We definitely gonna have my boy back. Run it up, you know what I'm saying? You got any new music coming? Any new projects? You know you got the merch, you feel me?
Yeah, we got the merch. Y'all go check out the devshack.com. I got a new song finna drop called My City.
Okay.
You know, I'm working on a Long Beach compilation. It's a Long Beach compilation featuring Long Beach artists, but it's the album is a love letter to Long Beach.
We need Varway on one of the interludes.
Are you having the same, like, I don't want to say same idea or recreating? I want two questions. With that song, you said your love to Long Beach. Are you trying to recreate the Summertime like LBC? And would you ever do a remix to Summertime LBC?
Nah, you gotta leave that alone.
You ain't touching that.
You gotta leave that one alone.
You know why?
Can't remix that.
Summertime, and the reason I wouldn't do it.
You leave the same hook though. Leave the same hook,
leave that
same
shit
beat.
alone.
Let other niggas rap on.
It's two reasons. My nigga Knight is not here, number one.
Yeah.
Number two,
Rest in peace.
Summertime became what Summertime became organically. Okay, when I wrote Summertime, Summertime was meant to be like the third, fourth to the last song on the album. Summertime was never supposed to be anything except just an album cut and just that. And that's what I made it for. You feel what I'm saying? But I made it from a genuine perspective. You feel what I'm saying? I made it from a genuine perspective and it became a hit. If I was to go back in there and try to remake it, I would be going there trying to make another hit.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Which is totally different.
You know what though? Just a fun spin off it because he said do a remix. What about if you did it with people from different cities like Summertime in the NYC or Miami?
Nah, leave that shit alone.
I'm just saying though because they
Leave the classics. Leave that shit alone.
Oh, it's a bunch of them out. You just got to Google it, bro.
Okay, say less. All right.
It's a lot of them out there. Summertime in the 813, and don't have no involvement with me, but just people that done remade the song.
Okay,
you feel what I'm saying? Like I'm steadily amazed on how big the record is. Like we was just featured on fucking Jeopardy, my nigga. That shit fucked me up.
Damn,
we was a question on fucking Jeopardy, man.
Do you remember the question? Because
it was
what they doing?
The Dove Shack created a famous hit called "Summertime" in the LBC. LBC being the home of Snoop Dogg and Vince Staples. What does the LBC stand for?
Oh, okay.
That was a question for 1600.
That's fire to get
Did they
recognized
get it right?
on motherfucking.
They had to get that right.
Yeah, I got that shit right.
You couldn't have told me in a million years that a nigga was gonna be on Jeopardy or featured as a question on Jeopardy. And so that's why I feel like I would never, you know what I'm saying,
ain't no
bother
point in
that
touching it,
because that's what was meant to be. And then too, I brought joy to the world. And that's my main thing I'm proud of. You know what I'm saying? A lot of cats have hit records. My hit records is something that make people feel good. My hit records make you think about a time period. My hit record brings a smile, it brings love, it brings joy. You feel what I'm saying? What I'm known for is not putting something negative out into the world.
Yeah.
I'm known and I'm praised and I'm respected and I'm loved for something positive that I put out there. And so I want to leave it there with that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My city, again, it's about the city. It's me being on this, unifying the city. I'm creating a compilation that I'm literally trying to put everybody on. Everybody is finna be on this compilation from every section from Long Beach. I'm talking about even Longos.
Ooh,
I'm putting.
I don't know, man.
Listen. Longos, SOSs. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, if you from Long Beach, you are going on this thing.
Hey, Messiah.
That's growth right there.
Messiah's going to bump that.
No, you know why? You know why I say that, bro? Because people go through what they go through. It's homies who go through what they go through in the city. It's homies who go through what they go through on the block. You know what I'm saying? And I respect that. I sympathize with that. I understand that because I am from Long Beach. But I am in a different position. You feel what I'm saying? Wherever I walk into, I'm loved. Wherever I walk into. I've been booked for events where it's nothing but Longos up in there. Dead ass serious, my nigga. And dog, I done performed at the Long Beach Police Academy. Nigga, and they didn't give me the address to like right when I pulled up. They had me go to the Walmart right there off of what is that off of the Walmart off of 605, off of Carson. I did not know the Long Beach Police Academy is right behind that. The people had me meet them at the Walmart, dog. They booked me for a show, had me performing for some shit, and I'm thinking I'm going to perform for somebody who's just doing regular graduation and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? The motherfucker, meet me here, we can't get that. And they come out, meet me, and they roll me in and as I'm rolling in the gate, I'm like, did this motherfucker say Long Beach Police Academy?
Nigga like, hold on, what the fuck?
Dog, you should have seen the way they was looking at me while I was performing. You should have seen the way them white police officers all the Mexicans, all the black ones was turned up. Oh, but I'm talking about them old sergeants that been on Long Beach Police Force 20, 30 years. That's how they was looking.
You better not do nothing, nigga. Out of character.
Lock your ass up
Lock them up.
Like, why did they let you in here? You're not supposed to be in here. Who is you? Like, we're going to pull you over as soon as you leave here.
Man.
That's crazy.
That's how they was looking at the motherfucker. But
it always be your own people.
Again, because I put love out there into the world through Summertime and the LBC, that's all I've been receiving back is love. So I have to be considerate, and I'm not I'm not so caught up that I don't have hope. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be that discouraged to where I'm not gonna have hope in my city. I have hope for my city. I have belief in my city. I got faith in my city. And I got real genuine love for my city. You know what I'm saying? I didn't come from no place else. I was born in St. Mary's. You feel what I'm saying? I got genuine love. And when I was born in 1972, me growing up, going to Garfield, going to Roosevelt, going to Lincoln, you know what I'm saying? I always said, I had Filipino friends, I had Samoan friends, I had Tongan friends, I had Cambodian friends, I had Mexican friends, I had black friends, I had white friends, I had friends from every single race.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
City always been a melting pot.
And it's always been a melting pot. And that's what makes us who we are, bro. That's what makes the G-Funk sound, a combination of all that. So we have to find a way to get back to that mixing pot. I know it's been a lot of bloodshed, a lot of blood spill. You feel what I'm saying? But if there's any hope of a possibility that I can be a contributor to that, you know what I'm saying? I want to be that. And I think a compilation that involves everybody, not leaving nobody out. You feel what I'm saying? This involves everybody, and it's not just a rap compilation. You know what I'm saying? Because my boy Wetho from Westside Longo, who I'm putting the song, Wetho, we call him the Mexican Nate Dogg. You feel what I'm saying? He sing. You know what I'm saying? He just sing like Nate Dogg. You feel what I'm saying?
Music is undeniable.
Them big shoes to fill. You calling the nigga the Mexican Nate Dogg. I need to hear this shit.
That nigga blow. Wetho can blow.
I need to hear this shit.
Listen, I don't even know too many Mexicans that can sing like they black.
He got a good voice.
Yeah, he got a good voice. You know what I'm saying?
For you to say that, and I got to give you at least the proper respect on that because you did come up, summertime in the LBC. So if you got an ear for that, I mean, we all waiting for it now. At this point,
yeah. He's talented. It's just a lot of talent in the city. Period, man.
Yeah.
Always has.
It's a lot of talent.
Always
a lot
has
of talent in the city. And I'm gonna repeat this. I've always felt, and I reiterate, and I'm still gonna push it. Long Beach should be considered the West Coast Atlanta.
What?
And what I mean by that is Atlanta is the hub right now and for a long time, of Black entertainment culture.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? And that don't matter, film, radio, whatever it is. You feel what I'm saying? They are in the forefront of that. You feel what I'm saying? And they have influenced the culture greatly. I remember when my city influenced the culture greatly. When my city influenced the whole planet, literally, we got a homie named Snoop Dogg who literally had the whole entire globe saying, cuz, wanting to crip walk and wanting to visit Long Beach. I remember when they took the VIP sign down. They were taking the VIP sign down. Nigga, they had a motherfucking tour bus with like 40 Chinese on that motherfucker that flew in from China just to see the VIP sign before it went down, bro.
I can't believe
influential.
You know what I'm saying? Some Japanese cats did the same thing. You feel what I'm saying? They came into the country to see the VIP sign where Snoop Dogg shot his video on that roof before it was gone.
That is influence.
That's influence. That's global influence. And at that time, we had that global influence, and that global influence was formatted. We was getting along.
What is one thing?
So that's the okay.
We was all getting along.
Yeah.
Before we do get up out of here, what is one thing, if you had to talk and everybody from Long Beach is listening to you, what is one thing you can leave with them or would like to say to people from our city at this state we in right now?
Number one, better get it together before 2027 because the gang injunctions is coming. The police is coming. They finna be locking a gang of niggas up so they're gonna try to clear up the city for the Olympics. I say this to the people on the other side in the city, okay? We need to have a focal point of creating more unity and love. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's above nobody. You feel what I'm saying? We all need each other, and we all need to represent for each other, especially at a time where we finna stand on the world stage. You feel what I'm saying? Long Beach is finna be on the world stage in a level that it has never been. When the first Olympics came around, there was no social media. There was no nothing, but this is gonna be different. This is
gonna be out of this
This
world.
is gonna be out of different. That's why Black Sam then was smart to go put the marathon. They put that marathon down there on purpose because it's gonna be a different ball game come 2028. And there's an opportunity for a bunch of people in Long Beach, East Side, North Side, and West Side to become millionaires, 100,000aires. If you find your right niche. You know what I'm saying? You need to be thinking about that. Everybody shouldn't want to be a rapper. Everybody shouldn't want to be a podcaster. Start you a fucking juice thing. You know what I'm saying? Like my boy Young Zeke. You feel what I'm saying?
Shout out to the homie Zeke.
Zeke with the juices. You feel what I'm saying? Find you clothing. Find you something to where you feel you create a service like the white boys who got the $28 million contract to create the shuttle that's going to be going across the water from San Pedro to Long Beach and up and down the coastline. They got a $28 million contract for that shit. You feel what I'm saying? Find your niche or find something that you can get in so you can position yourself to win when these Olympics come that way. And lastly, if y'all only knew, y'all cats that's my age bracket and older, you know who I'm talking to. Y'all remember what the city was like when we all got along, man. That's all I'm gonna say, man. It was when we all got along, we had everybody and their mama trying to be part of Long Beach. Everybody and their mama wanted to be in Long Beach, wanted to be around Long Beach, wanted to fuck with it. Every bitch from every hood wanted the Long Beach niggas. I swear to God, we was the hottest commodity on the scene with every motherfucking female in every hood. You feel what I'm saying? Every nigga,
It's still that. It's still that.
No, listen, every nigga wanted to come get him a Long Beach female. You know what I'm saying? Even Suge was down there messing with the homegirl, 3 Finger Milton sister, messing with Tina. You know what I'm saying? Niggas, everybody was in Long Beach trying to get them a Long Beach female or a nigga. They just wanted to be part of Long Beach. You feel what I'm saying? But guess what? That's because we had a different environment. We appeared different to the rest of the world. We was appealing. The way we acting right now, we not appealing to nobody. You feel what I'm saying? We scaring people. We making people not want to be in the city. We making people not want to, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, and I don't understand it because we the only ones that's like we are. Ain't nobody else like us.
They ain't
You
like
feel
us.
what I'm saying? And no disrespect to nobody else, any of the surrounding cities. Nobody is Long Beach. We have our own style. We have our own flavor. We are individual people from everybody else on this planet. And for us to be as alone on the island as we are, you feel what I'm saying? There's no reason we shouldn't be getting along. Long Beach would be Atlanta if we got along. It would be so much money for all you niggas out there on the east side who like, fuck all that shit, ain't no money out in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You keeping the money out. You keeping the money out.
Is the money coming? 2028. Oh,
Yeah,
best believe it.
it's
The
coming,
money is coming
but
from around the fucking world.
It's gonna come from around the world, but if niggas don't get their shit together, it's gonna be from 7th Street to Ocean only. Woo. That's what they trying to set it up for. They setting it up for everybody from 7th Street to Ocean to eat and benefit. Anybody from 7th Street beyond all the way up until 59th on the north side, their intent is to leave you out and leave you and whatever bullshit y'all on over that way.
Crazy.
And if they can create a barrier and create a wall up on 7th Street to keep the rest of the niggas out, they gonna do it. They gonna do it. So
one band, one sound, man.
We need
Far
to
away or
change.
no way.
We need a change, man. I know a lot of my homies, you know what I'm saying, might not agree. A lot of my little homies, a lot of my homies my age. You feel what I'm saying? But I think we need unity in our community, and that's what I'm pushing, man. I loved it when we all got along. I grew up in Long Beach, and I enjoyed that. Summertime in the LBC was written from a time period when we all got along. So if you love summertime in the LBC, then you would love Long Beach when we all got along. And you would love Long Beach again if we all just got along.
Well, let's lead the way. Each one teach one, each one reach one. You feel me? Let's lead the way.
Like Messiah say.
Regular degler. Let's get it, man.
Long Beach
stand up.
And it's more
man.
than just content, nigga. This shit is real. This shit
Yes,
is raw.
sir. Yes,
this
sir.
shit is authentic. It's uncut. Shout out Arsenal the Rebel, man.
Yeah, we appreciate you coming on, man. This
Nah,
is
for real talk.
a good
Man,
one
I
for
appreciate
sure.
y'all having me, man.
Definitely was a classic. Long Beach.
Oh yeah. I'm doing an in-store. I'm doing an in-store at an in-store autograph signing tomorrow for 420.
Oh yeah, 420.
Damn, it is 420 tomorrow.
And-
Ain't nobody
It's crazy.
talking about folks.
Niggas ain't
Niggas,
even
you know
thinking
what?
about
Niggas
folks.
ain't smoking, they sniffing now. Just-
Yeah, so now you right.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Hey, niggas on gang drugs out here.
Boy, they ain't smoking, they sniffing.
Trying to make it to the moon another way.
Man, couple
It's at 2290 West Whittier Boulevard in La Habra. I'm gonna be out there from like 7 to 10 signing autographs. I got a secret project that I dropped, an album, very rare. Not gonna be able to get it. People who show up, you possibly be able to get you a copy. I'm gonna be signing some autographed copies of it. Some of y'all in Long Beach remember it. My Music, My Soul. It became a Long Beach hood classic before I made it disappear. So I'm about to re-release it because I've been getting a gang of requests over the years to re-release it. So tomorrow I'll be out there. Y'all catch me May 23rd at the Long Beach Barbecue Festival. One of the biggest barbecue festivals in the country. Come out, support your city of Long Beach. It's gonna be a gang of barbecue, a gang of people out there competing from all around the country on a barbecue, but we need to come out, represent Long Beach, and I'm gonna get out there, rock summertime, and we're gonna reintroduce our barbecue sauce, Dove Shack Summer Sauce. That's coming back out.
Let's get it.
I know y'all been waiting on it to come back out. It's finally finna come back out. It will be premiered at the Barbecue Festival, May 23rd.
Are we gonna see Summertime in the LBC performed at the amphitheater? That mandatory gotta happen. I don't know how we can make it happen, but it gotta happen.
Gotta make
Put it
it
out
happen.
there.
What I
Put it
really
in
want
the
to do
universe.
what I really want to do is bring the Summertime in the LBC Festival to the amphitheater, the festival we used to have by the Queen Mary.
Yep.
But I want to bring it back this time more so about Long Beach. It was a lot of other people that wasn't from Long Beach that was involved the first time. And so their intentions wasn't to be the best or for it to be the best thing for Long Beach. You know what I'm saying? It was really a lot of people who wanted to just make money off of Long Beach. So, I plan to come back in a stronger position this time to be able to make it more about the city and for the city. I'm actually renaming it, to the Summertime in the LBC Community Festival. You feel what I'm saying? All the vendors I plan to have are businesses from Long Beach. You know what I'm saying? Once all Long Beach businesses has filled up vendor spaces, then I will open it up to outside people. You know what I'm saying? Instead of, we're gonna have 2 stages like before, but instead of having a second stage for oldies, like we usually have, we have the main stage with the rappers and all that, then we have another stage where old school acts go perform. We killing that whole stage, and we're gonna call that the local stage, to where I'm allowing all Long Beach up and coming acts.
That's
no
fire.
matter what your genre of music
That's
is.
fire.
You can play the violin. This is your moment to stand on the stage in front of 20, 30,000 people and do your stuff.
That's fire.
You feel what I'm saying? This is gonna be an opportunity for you to stand up there and do your stuff. So we're gonna have a whole stage,
Yes, sir.
you know what I'm saying, for the up and coming talent on top of the new stage, you know what I'm saying, with the big stage. But the big stage, again, I want it to be a showcase, a party. I want Long Beach to host a party and invite everybody. I got my eye on Giveon, Vince Staples as a couple of the headliners.
Fire.
But think more MTV Beach Party this time.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I want to diversify. This is not going to be a hip hop show. This is going to be a community and a music festival. You know what I'm saying? So I plan to get Sublime out there.
I was gonna say we need the next Sublime.
I plan to get the Long Beach Dub All-Stars out there. But goddamn it, I plan to get Justin Bieber ass out there too. You feel what I'm saying? And a couple of motherfuckers like that. You know what I'm saying? I want to take it big like the MTV Beach Party.
Global.
You know what I'm saying? Global. Make
every
an
pocket.
event just like they do Coachella, like they do iHeart. You know what I'm saying?
Like TDE doing it in the Nickersons.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
And that's
Because-
only right because how versatile we is in the city. So bringing everything into it.
perfect
Yeah,
sense.
you know what I'm saying? It makes perfect sense because we are a diversified city. We have so much going on in the city, you know what I'm saying? And so many different aspects of our city to show. You feel what I'm saying? Like I said, Long Beach Dub All-Stars, that's reggae. You know what I'm saying? Sublime, that's rock. You know what I'm saying? Then you got hip hop, then you got Thelma Houston over here who disco, then you got War who did oldies, you know what I'm saying? Like our portfolio is so diversified, and I want to present an opportunity for the new talent, you know what I'm saying, to show a diversity. Because right now, Long Beach, again, we look like a hip hop city. You feel what I'm saying? But there's other outside of Giveon,
Other genres.
there's other singers out here, there's other genres of music that come out of the city of Long Beach because we that melting pot, and I want to give that opportunity to shine. So the Summertime and LBC Festival this time is built different. I want to do it in conjunction with the city of Long Beach because I want to donate part of the proceeds to the park and recreations in Long Beach and the Long Beach Unified School District.
You doing
You know
big
what I'm saying?
things.
My personal dream and goal has always been to start it in Long Beach, and I'm gonna fund it. I want to bring back the free lunch program for the summers. And summertimes hanging out at the parks with something to do. I think that's where a lot of our kids is going wrong and just be on the block and don't have. I remember being able to go to Vets Park when I was little. Mom's dropping me off at Vets. I remember we snuck from Vets Park to ride our bikes all the way to Lakewood to go watch Purple Rain. You know what I'm saying? And our counselors was Joe Dog and fucking Jeff Calhoun, Joe Dog, and John Calhoun. John Calhoun used to scare all the kids cuz know how to sound exactly like a fucking German Shepherd, cuz. You know, cuz know how to bark and sound identical to a German Shepherd. I swear to God, John Calhoun, that nigga, and he'll scare the fuck out you. But I remember those days and having that ability that my mom, she worked at that time at McDonnell Douglas. And she used to just be able to drop us off at Vets.
Yeah.
And they had the people there who would watch your kids. You get the free lunch, and your kids was able to hang out there and be safe.
Yeah. We had free lunches.
Chill, get free lunch.
Game trucks.
We
had the celebrity
caroms,
baseball game at Wilson that used to crack every
all
year.
that. See, and I believe that summertime in the LBC festival will generate enough money to bring programs like that back. I want to do it with the city alone because, like I said before, we had promoters and partners who take their money and they go run back to their respective cities and take their money there.
Nah, easy. Like I said,
You know?
we gonna be there supporting, you feel me? We gonna keep in touch. We definitely gonna run this back, man. You got a wealth of knowledge and history. Let's get it, man. Let's bring Long Beach back to where it need to be, man.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Versatility,
sir. Yes,
man.
sir.
Deuces of trades, the old-fashioned way. Y'all see what the fuck's going on, man. Far way or no way. We out of here. Bang.
Ain't no handouts, I did it from the ground up. In the streets, thugging hardest where they found us. Got a problem, nigga, watch my troopers mount up. My bitches bang too, and you a lame though. You niggas ain't outside, yeah, we came through. You want your lights up, we put you on the shade.